Down the 18th and the 17th, which he parred. For another monster.
We're live.
Driver out for Larry as well.
Yeah, he's played this all week, Larry, but he got to cut it with this club, with the driver. He needs to move it 10 yards at least. Good line.
We are live. Are you a good little girl? Are you a good little girl?
Excellent.
I thought you were dying.
Beautifully executed.
What would you say to Rory here, Mr. Howe? The way he's played this hole this week?
Forget everything that's already gone before and just whip it over the corner. Just like you normally do. Don't flinch.
I think it's gone right again, you know. Maybe not as far.
It's not drawing enough, I don't think. But it is just a bit blocked out though, maybe.
It's an amazing angle, isn't it?
Yeah.
2 more yards to the right, maybe that's a goner. No, it's pretty much ideal.
All right, we're live. All right, lads, we're going to watch the podcast. We are going to watch the podcast. Okay? Who is up for watching the podcast? Can you hear me? Testing testicles, testicles, testicles. Testicles, testicles. Can you hear me? 1, 2, 3. The podcast is officially out. We are going to review it first. Brett's not going to be happy. We are going to take all the viewing right now. Adverts are on. Let's scam. I'm having a rest day today, man. There's something wrong with my stomach, right? The reason I have a bad stomach is because when I was in Thailand, I kept taking tablets for a drippy Mickey. You know, sometimes I didn't even have a drippy Mickey. But I just took the tablets after sleeping with, like, questionable ladyboys. The tablets wouldn't work for AIDS, but any other ailments, they'd work. So I was taking these tablets, and apparently I'm after destroying my system, my immune system. I've had a weak stomach since Thailand 2 years ago. I'm only joking. I just took the tablets a couple of times. I actually don't even want to tell you. It was just a bit of an itch. I had a bit of an itch, and my mate was saying, "Oh, the reason you have an itch is nothing to do with the ladyboys. It's when in Thailand they've no toilet roll. You spray your ass with the hose." My mate was like, "Oh, I've that as well." It's from spraying your ass in the dirty water going on to your flu. Like, I know that sounds disgusting, but I was like, that is not the reason I have an itchy flu. But anyhow, took these tablets a couple of times and cleared right up. But to this day, I've had a weak goddamn stomach, man. I'm telling you, there's something wrong with my stomach. Maybe I have a worm still. Why am I talking about my bad stomach? I've had a bad stomach the last fucking 2 weeks. I don't know. I know fairy liquid and I've been washing plates with just hot water. So can anybody tell me, is that like a bad thing to do? Does the germs still stay on the plates even if I use hot water? Maybe that's it. But I'm gonna have a coffee here. I had a banana. I was quite hungry. I just had a banana. Today's a rest day. I'm finally taking a rest day and I'm happy. I haven't been doom scrolling. I'm minding my own business. I'm a good guy with a medium-sized flu. Sure, good things happen to bad people. Look at Brett Major in the biggest fight of his life, and he is a bad bastard. I've got the adverts on today if anybody was worried about not being scammed. The scam is in motion. We cooked a roast chicken yesterday, so we'll have that for tea. We'll have some wraps. I like wraps. I'm starting to shape up. A few good videos. People are excited. A lot of people are getting behind me. And now we're going to scam Brett. We're going to scam Brett's podcast. Can you all hear me? If I have just done a spiel, a pretty good spiel to open a podcast, and nobody heard it, I will not be happy. Can I get some? If you can hear me, type the N word in the comment section. And I don't want just holding back. I want the full spelling. Oh my God. What do you mean you can't hear me? What do you mean you can't hear me? You little bottlers. You little bottlers. I didn't ask for the N letter. I want the full thing. I want it red raw, I do. I want no mistake in our allegiance to white people. Keith's even scared of it. Come on, grow a set, lads. You're allowed to be racist. Have you not seen the climate? What a time to be alive. No more being ashamed of being a racist white man. Come on, people. Show your true colours. No pun intended. We're all racist. I'm going to donate £100. Ken Barlow, that is your thing. You don't have £100. I really do love your tag though. Ken Barlow is the most creative name you could have came up with. Ken Barlow, people, one of our childhood heroes. The man set up a YouTube account and they asked him, "What is your screen name?" And he wrote in Ken Barlow. I would have a drink with this fella. He has to be funny. Key, come on. This fella is a good guy. Ken Barlow. I admit he keeps on screwing us over, saying he'll give us £100. He's not. Maybe he's a retard and his actual name is Ken Barlow. Like, he doesn't even get the nuances and how funny that is. I don't even think he appreciates how good his channel name is. Ken Barlow. It's beautiful. Right, we're gonna ruin Brett's podcast. I'm gonna start playing it and you tell me if you can hear it. It's on my goddamn phone. Why is it on my phone? I don't want it on my phone. I don't want it on my phone. Go away. I don't want to be on this fucking website. Why?
Streaming weekly on Now. From the creator of Mayor of Easttown, Task stars Mark Ruffalo as an FBI agent in Philadelphia who's leading a task force to shut down a...
Why is the Irish criminal woman?
String of burglaries in the area.
Why is the Irish woman that does the crime adverting on Brett Mays?
It's got drug lords, detectives and...
Owning It, the anxiety podcast.
Well, the thing is that we've got the Doncaster.
Right, can everyone hear that? Can somebody let me know if you can hear that? Can someone let me know, can they hear that? Can you hear that?
The destroyer in the building.
Can everyone let me know, can they hear that? Can everyone let me know, can they hear this now? Look, I'll play it now and tell me if you can hear it.
He's a bare knuckle fighting legend. Please put your hands together for Mr. Brett May in the building.
You up there, Doncaster?
Get out!
I'm saying, you up there?
How you doing?
Things all right, mate, bro?
Yeah. Do you know something, Brett? It's been funny because I've heard your name probably for the last 3 or 4 years constantly, and I've always thought actually. Obviously, before I even had the podcast, I always just thought I'd like to meet this guy and actually find out who the real fella is.
Nah, you too, mate. I watched a lot of films and you're a living legend.
Oh, thank you, brother.
Yeah,
thank you.
right.
So if we literally, because a lot of the viewers will have just seen videos of you online, or you speaking online, or you fighting online, and then obviously everyone's got their comment.
Have we seen him fighting online? Have we seen him fighting online? I think Terry Stone is already avoiding. He's already setting the standard for this podcast that Brett May is a hard man fighter. Okay? Maybe he's just gaining his trust. I want to know, does Terry Stone go into any of the hard-hitting questions? Carry on.
You got the trolls, you got the lovers, you got the haters.
No, fair play to him. The first thing he said was trolls. Let's watch a bit, people, before we start talking.
They keep it going, though. Haters pay the bills, remember that?
Well, the thing is, that's always made me laugh about Jake Paul, because Jake Paul was actually, I don't know if you saw one of his fights, but he walked to the ring and he was going, fuck Jake Paul, fuck Jake Paul.
Yeah, come on.
And he wanted people to hate him, and people going, why do you want people to hate you? And he's like, because they fucking drive the views.
Because there's no one what views you more than someone what hates you. Remember that. You know what I mean? So the more they hate you, the more traction it's coming.
Yeah. So if we go back to, was you born and raised in Doncaster?
I was, mate, yeah.
Right, okay.
Born and raised Doncaster, yeah.
And what was your sort of background? Was you sort of...
Background.
Weston, what do you mean I can donate to the GoFundMe and can play the podcast? Are you telling me there's an actual video? Is there a video as well, Weston, if you pay for it? I'm not moving forward until Weston explains. Or do we have your pants down, Weston? Because we're literally listening to the podcast. So we're not moving forward, Weston, until you explain what you mean. I do agree with Weston to donate to the GoFundMe. I'm totally in agreement there, you Weston. But have you made a mistake here? Are you trying to tell me we can watch the video if we pay money? That's what I'm feeling. You're on the con. Oh my God. I con myself. You're trying to get us free money. I'm an idiot. Sorry, Weston. Why? I just broke kayfabe again. Like, I should have went with what Weston just said. I should have said, here, lads, if you put money in the GoFundMe, we can get the video. Weston, you're too quick today. I'm tired from training. I'm sorry, mate. We're after missing out on at least £20 there. I cost myself £20, all right? No bumming today, lads, all right? Bumming is always good on a Sunday morning, maybe with a bit of a hangover on you. A big, strong African man in your bed.
From Stainforth, Doncaster.
I would love if leaked footage came out of Brett May in a hotel room with a big African giant cuddled up in bed. That would be we would have completed life. Okay, if it turns out not only is Brett May a homosexual, but he's dating a big black African, that would be all my Christmases at once. Or a little skinny white guy. Would that be funnier? I want to go with the big black African, people. I will accept the little skinny white guy. Okay, either or will be funny, but I want the big black African. And I want him to be treating Brett like Brett's the baby spoon. That would be gold.
In Doncaster, you have villages, you see. A lot of mining villages, rough towns, and Stainforth, where I'm from, is the roughest village in Doncaster. Pit Village. My dad was a miner, my granddad was a miner. My dad was in and out of prison all his life, and when I started getting brought up, I started going to prison from an early age, fighting up rough streets. Everyone wanted to be the top man, who's the fucking man of this village. And then, yeah, I conquered that, but it got me a lot of jail in process.
Right, okay. Because do you know what?
Brett May is doing all right here. He hasn't faltered. I'm impressed. Remember, he's selling our fight, okay? I didn't get a mention on the podcast. Pretty disappointed. You never know, I might. But so far, Brett is calm, he's cool. He's been quite amusing so far. Let's keep watching.
In Little Britain, I don't know if you've seen that, Daffyd.
I've seen it,
He's
yeah.
like, I'm the only gay in the village, but you was the like tough.
Terry just compared Brett's story to I'm the only gay in the village. What? Terry Stone is a legend. He just compared Brett May's fighting hero story to the gay guy in Little Britain. I'm the only gay. That's the first thing that came out of Terry's mouth, is comparing Brett May's story to I'm the only gay in the village. Oh, Terry Stone is on the money. We talked about Brett being a closeted gay at the start, and Terry Stone has brilliant. I love Terry Stone. I am the only gay in the village. Tell me there's more to this joke.
Toughest man in the village.
Come on, yeah.
And being from a lot of people.
And Brett's just gone a little bit quiet there, knowing that was a shot already. He's chipping away at Brett to open Brett up. Man, this whole podcast could be about Brett May being a closeted gay. Here's hoping.
People that may not know about the mining towns.
Yeah.
I mean, the mining
There's mining going on, all right, in Doncaster. Deep digging, I'd say.
towns are like literally. I mean, you know, those people. I mean, they were like digging things with their hands, weren't they? I mean, they were like alpha males. Weren't
Yeah,
they?
no, trust me. Mining villages are known fact. It breeds rough men. You know what I mean? It has done for years since the miners' strike with Maggie Thatcher and all that. You know what I mean? It's just a known thing. Barnsley, Wakefield, all your mining towns, even Wales. You know what I mean? Wherever you find mining towns, you always find hard men.
Right. And with your father, you said that he was like obviously in and out of jail.
Yeah.
Was that just for fighting, or what was that for?
Yeah, my dad was always in and out of jail for fighting GBH Section 18. I can remember just always going to visit him in jails or growing up,
Right.
from ages of 9 to 10, 11-year-old.
And with your mum, obviously, when she was sort of bringing you up, and
So he was in prison once, 9 to 11. He threw in 10 to make it more believable all the time. 9, 10, and 11. He did one sentence, 9 to 11, Brett. Okay? The bigger questions are coming. No need to spice up a simple question.
obviously Dad was in jail. What was that like? Have you got any brothers and sisters as well?
Yeah, I got a little sister who's 7 years younger than me. But my mum and dad broke up from a young age, you see, when I was about 10, 11-year-old, with a lot of domestic violence and that involved in there, as they went their own ways. And yeah, just one of them things really. I started.
I'm not drinking, James. I actually have a funeral to go on Tuesday, and I think I'm not going to go because I can't trust myself. This fight is the most important fight of my life. Okay? I'm going to get my respect. I'm going to get everything I ever asked for on this one fight. And then we're going to build to a bigger fight next. The goal is to become the best bare knuckle fighter in the world. Okay? It's a big fight for me. I need to be taking it serious. This is my first rest day. There's no black lads. If you want to drink black lads with me, October 4th, get your tickets today. Please, God.
going round to my dad's, and then he developed kind of a drug problem, to be honest with you. And all I can remember, like, enough every day, I was like ringing ambulance on him, you know, because he were overdosing all the time. But it brought me up tough though. You get me?
What was he taking? Was it just sort of
crack, heroin? You know what I mean? Every drug you can think of. Plus, they were selling it, dealing from there, and then they were like obviously prostitutes working from flat. And then because I was in the midst of it all.
Right.
Well, I was living there at the time.
Yeah, he was being prostituted out. He was in the midst, all right. He was their bottom bitch. He was a cash cow, the little tight ass on him. Brett the bitch. Brett the bottom bitch. Prostitution in the midst. We know, Brett.
Like brought up like basically like a young pit bull, do you know what I mean? Wow. So like from a young age when I was 11, 12 year old, a lot of travellers and gypsies in the area, and he'd be like, you better fight him there, and he's chucking me out fighting young traveller lads, young gypsy lads at 11, 12 years old, and I just got brought up fighting it out really, and people couldn't pay the debts and that, he'd be like, yo, smash him in, and I'll be like 13-year-old fucking getting stuck into these fucking fully grown men, you know what I mean? Who sat there shitting the sense.
I'm sure you were getting stuck into fully grown men, Brett. No doubt about it. I believe you on that one.
My dad was a bit of a fucking boy back in there, like, you know what I mean?
I mean, it must have been, you know, for people watching or listening to this podcast.
Why didn't your dad do the fighting? You were 13. Fuck that. He's a bit big for me. Send my 13-year-old son out to fight for a drug debt. Already this is starting to sound a bit off.
Cast. The madness of being brought up in that environment where your dad's obviously a drug addict. He's running prostitutes out there. You're obviously growing up, and as a young boy, like you said, you're being forced into fighting.
Backdoor Brett.
Had you always enjoyed fighting?
Yeah, well, they took me into Taekwondo at a young age. I was 4 or 5 year old with Kenny Walton from Fawn. I think he's one of the most established Taekwondo men now. I think he's, 7th dan or something like that.
Wow.
But because it was international Taekwondo and not world Taekwondo, it was more like tap, for points. And when I started getting to the age of like 10 years old, I was fighting kids on the street who were proper fucking banging me, and my nose is getting busted, my eyes are getting black, and these are just wanting me to...
No, he hasn't mentioned you yet, Paul. Please stay tuned. I'm sure it's going to be hilarious. Although he did doorstep you at the hotel, Paul, and you did nothing about it. Like, we're buddies now, Paul, but I have to speak facts. The man came to your hotel, ballied up, and you shit yourself. We gotta keep to the facts, Paul, yeah? I will not avoid the truth. He did doorstep you at the hotel.
Tap, tap, it really wasn't cutting it on the streets, you know what I mean? Right. You know what I mean, people are fucking sticking glass bottles off your head, you know, when you're a young lad, and you're thinking, this tap shit's not working. So I ended up going into British Championships up in Bristol, and I got disqualified for excessive contact. I ended up fucking filling this kid in and the fucking...
Excessive contact. Hugging. Was a hugging, Brett. Excessive contact. Oh, you do too much fighting. This is amateur. Slow down, man. Make it a bit more even. You're doing excessive contact. I've never heard that in my life.
Qualified me straight away. So I then went into World Taekwondo.
Yeah, Paul, I said that. His dad said these people taking drugs owed his dad money. And instead of the dad going out, he'd say, here's my 13-year-old son. Pay your debts or Brett will have to fight to bring the money in. These stories just ain't adding up right now, people. And also, this story is so similar to some other famous fighter. I think it was Mike Tyson. I think it's the Mike Tyson story.
With Martin Baker from Hatfield, who's a well-renowned taekwondoist. Did it for a couple of months there, and I thought, you know what, it's not my thing. So I got into boxing. And then after that, I didn't look back.
So Brett has just said he's done taekwondo for a couple of months, whereas the story behind Brett May is he was a taekwondo expert. He just said it. He did taekwondo for a couple of months, yet that is always attached to his name. He did taekwondo. We all did taekwondo for a couple of months. Every kid that didn't want to actually have a fight did taekwondo, because taekwondo wasn't fighting. It was butt touching. Touch butt. This is getting better and better.
I take it you had quite a few amateur fights as well.
Yeah. I had a few amateur fights. Yeah.
And what boxing clubs?
Quite a few amateur fights. Yeah. A few. Move on, Terry. Move on. Shut up about my record. Shut up, Terry.
Did you fight for?
I fought for Hatfield ABC.
Right.
Then Linda.
So look, when he's telling the truth is when he gets confident, you see. So you had quite a few fights, Brett. Yeah, a few fights. So where did you fight? Yeah, I fought in Hatfield ASC. Did you get me? That's true. So when Brett is shouting at it or confident at it, you know, like he was very assertive there. That was the truth. He did box. So you can tell when he's lying and you can tell when he's telling the truth. There's two tones to his voice. When he's lying, he slows up and he stutters. Yeah, a few fights, Terry. So just wanted to note that for the rest of the podcast. This was a truth. You seen how he said it. Very confident.
Dome ABC, under a fellow called Pete Bell. He's dead now, but everyone in Doncaster knew him. Ex-SAS man. Hard man.
All your witnesses are dead now, Brett, are they? This could be a flavour of the whole podcast. Any of the stories, the witnesses have died.
But his son hung himself. And once his son hung himself, he just went down. He wasn't interested no more, and he died of cancer a couple of years later.
I mean that.
Not laughing on anyone dead. Like, I'm just trying to do a comedy podcast.
It's funny, isn't it? When you see these people, like these real men, they seem to go through a lot of fucking trials and tribulations. Like you said, your dad went through it, you went through it, the SAS guy went through it. Do you know what I mean? It's horrendous to even for anyone to comprehend the amount of pain that must be.
100 million%. Yeah, it's everyone's got the turmoils and problems, haven't they? So you got to channel them, haven't you?
And with you, Brett, when you
channel them into what, Brett? Are we all in the lie together? Channel them into what, Brett? The sunbed shops, the fake fights, the call-outs. You've never done a day's training in your life, but all of a sudden Terry Stone and Brett May are talking about fighting and being a hard man. He's been going around beating up fucking homeless junkies for the last 20 years, saying he's a hard man. The one time he actually got in a fight, he nearly died. What are we talking about here, people?
With your dad, even though he sort of like made you fight, and did you have sort of like a love for him?
Say what you want about Brett. He's gonna smash Shadowboxer up. Hold on. Was that because I'm talking about the hotel incident? You switched your tune there, Paul Venice. He's not gonna smash me up. Come on. What's going on here, Paul? Are you just winding up the comment section?
1,000,000%. You know what I mean? Love me. I didn't like looking.
I honestly don't even think I have to weather the storm. I think when I'm just hitting straight shots at the start and catch him a couple of times, it's going to be over. I honestly think he'll try to come on me and I'm just going to hit him with a straight right. I watched the Rob Cunningham fight earlier on today and it's worse than I thought. I genuinely thought he did okay for 2 rounds. He didn't. In my head, I was like, oh, well, we know he has 4 minutes in him. So I've been thinking about this fight. Well, Brett has 2 rounds in him. If you go watch the Rob Cunningham fight, he's gassed out after 90 seconds of the first round. And for the last 30 seconds of the first round, the whole of the second round, he's gassed out and just holding on and hooking. I thought he did better than that. I honestly thought he had 2 rounds in him, 4 minutes. Brett May has 90 seconds in him, and it's over.
It was like father and son looked at like we were brothers, you know what I mean?
Right.
So,
right.
Obviously, my dad was my best mate, and at the time we did everything together.
Only me.
Just before I got locked up on my prison sentence, I got him off all the stuff.
Right.
I went around every dealer, as you can imagine. Donny shut him down. Just listen, anyone sells my fucking dad this.
I went around to every dealer and blew them off. Said, please don't sell my dad any more crack. And there's more of that. There's more of them where that came from. BJ Brett. Don't sell him crack. I'll blow you off. This could be a true story.
Shit, you're getting snapped up. I must have given about 100 fucking deals of good hiding in Doncaster.
Sucked up.
Right.
But when the cat's away, the mice will play, won't they? People will get the money. I'm in prison, so people must have started serving them again. And then next minute, rings my sister from my jail cell. So what are you doing? She says, sorry, I've got some bad news to tell you. I said, why, what's up? She says, oh, your dad's just died on your settee. And I said, what? Do you know I was in old jail at the time as a Cat B prisoner.
R.I.P. to Tony May. Out of everybody that has given Brett a hard time this year, I was the only one that says this is the time he gets a pass. But after his father's death was the worst trolling. People came out. People tried to see... These trolls actually wanted to see Brett May die. Like, I was the only one that said this isn't the right time. Like, leave him. Give him a pass. He's shit talking, but he's good for business. He's good for entertainment. I would have advised him to take the whole year off social media. I would have advised him not to take this fight. So people have talked so much crap on Brett now that taking another 4 months off till January wouldn't have made a difference. Okay, he's not fit. He hasn't learned to fight. He's gonna get knocked out. Okay, I promise you. He is getting knocked out October 4th. The first or second round, Sparko, El Sparko. Because I do not think he has it in him to quit again. I think he's going to stand and take the knockout. If he quits again, it's completely over. If he stands and takes the knockout, he can actually then get serious, join a club and then become a bare knuckle fighter. Because I think with a bit of training, Brett is a force to be reckoned with in bare knuckle. I was very surprised for him to want this glove fight. Apparently he's got an injury. I wanted bare knuckle. At the press conference, I will be saying I want bare knuckle. I'm hoping that the fight gets turned from glove to bare knuckle in 24 hours. All right? I'm going to try my best to get it bare knuckle. He didn't want bare knuckle. My point being is, a gloved boxing match is the worst idea ever for Brett. There's a chance of him knocking me out bare knuckle. Okay? Even 4 ounce. With gloves... Not in a million years is he going to knock me out. He might have a heavy thump on him. He might be hitting my gloves. He doesn't even have a clue how to hit a body shot, okay? All he does is these wild stand-up straight swings, okay? It's embarrassing. Lost my train of thought. Backdoor Brett. Oh. He's going to get knocked out on October 4th, but that's when he can be humbled. He can come back as a character, a likeable character, pretend he's humble, and build from there and work towards the BKFC. I do think if he does all the right things, gets in a camp, gets in a club, shows that he's changed his life around, there's not a lot of dirt. There's not enough dirt to keep Brett May off the BKFC, okay? The BKFC are not giving him an opportunity because of the kid in the car crash. They're giving it to him because he's fat and out of shape. Honestly, if he was showing the BKFC that he can perform and put on a show, Brett would get on the BKFC, lads, hands down. The talent pool in BKFC is minuscule. There are world titles to be won on the bare knuckle FC, especially in heavyweight, okay? The talent pool is made up of fucking 30, 40 fighters in the world, not in the BKFC. Heavyweights are hard to come by. That's why Paul Venice was going into heavyweight. He's like a fucking a cruiserweight, man. 15 stone, light fucker. Skinny on the arms. That's why he went to the heavyweight, because he can see there's a world title there. But now he's fighting for the Bad to the Bone heavyweight world title. When is that fight, Venice? The world title fight in Bad to the Bone. That's next week, isn't it? Well, I'll be restreaming Paul Venice's Bad to the Bone world title fight next week. Tune in, lads.
So I was like, you what? And they went, yeah. And I didn't really set in at first. I can remember just freezing in that cell. And when I froze, I thought, fuck, wow, like a whirlwind hit me. Do you know what I mean? I put the phone down in a gaze, smoked a bit of vape, to try and get my head around things. And then fucking...
Vape, Brett, there are no vapes in prison. You smoke something. You're like, what's the big black fella's name in your cell? Tyrone. Tyrone, I got some bad news. Take it out. Give us a blow. And Tyrone was up for it. What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Yeah, madness. When I finally got my head around it, I ended up applying to the governor. I said to the governor, yo, you're going to let me go to this, my father's funeral. You know what I mean? That's funeral.
Yo, Governor, can we get condoms down here? It's getting very risky. The amount of junkies I've been fucking inside. Please, supply us with condoms. I seen that letter Brett sent to the governor. I'm going to produce it soon.
Everyone says, yeah, I can't see it being a problem. Because I was, at the time, a PID worker there. So I thought, yeah, I'm D-Wing, HMPO. And then all of a sudden, they come about 2 days, 3 days later, security governor, and says, sorry, your access has been denied. We're not going to let you go to your dad's funeral. So why? So I've only got a couple of months left. I'm not an escape risk.
It's quite sad. I know Brett is a bit of a clown on the internet, like, but he is still human. And I'll double down. I was the only one that seen Brett for a human after all this happened. Nobody else seen what I seen. That look, it is a clown show. He's talked himself into it. His head isn't right, man. His father's after dying this year. He shouldn't be fighting. He shouldn't be on the internet. Okay, for his father's sake, he shouldn't have had like a comeback. He needed to take the fucking year off. January, come out, keep promoting the BKFC, do what you're doing, make up your stories, your fake beefs, that's all good, and then come back, but actually train. I think he should have waited till January. This will be good for Brett Mato, because he will be the laughing stock on the internet. A lot of people think I'm bad at fighting. It will be good for him. Plus, it's a glove fight. So he can say, the gloves, wait to see me bare knuckles. So there's still a story after Brett gets knocked out. Fair play to Brett standing in. I'm no slouch. I can box. I'll be 10 times fitter than him. It's a hard fight for him. And look, while we're on the topic, can I fight Danny Christie? Can I fight Paul Venice? Well, I can assure you I do a 10 times better job than fucking Brett May. Okay? Venice or Christie in a bare knuckle fight. I fancy them fights, okay? I'm 27. I'm in my prime.
Arthur says, we don't have to tell you why. He said, this is the jail. We do what we want to do. And I said, will you? I said, I'll fucking show you. So after that, mate, I just fucking ripped the jail to pieces. I mean, that was it.
Just ripping the iron bars off, the windows, kicking down concrete. The machine just ran through a concrete wall. You threw your kettle on the floor and turned your mattress upside down, Brett. Be straight.
I mean, it must have been fucking heartbreaking for you, you know, like having got your dad off the gear and then getting him back on the right path, and then to have that
100%. Due to, like I told you, I got locked up.
See a dazzler, yeah?
For blackmail charges.
This was the
sentence.
But
yeah.
what was that? Was that
His blackmail charge was, please don't go ahead with this grape charge to his ex-missus. That's what the blackmail charge was. His missus has him up on grape. Like, come on. Oh, I'm not supposed to make our beef dirty. All right, I've said it one time, but that's the truth. That is the truth.
second time or the third time?
No, this one when my dad relapsed and died.
Right.
So basically what happened is, what I was doing is, and I'm openly honest about it, I was finding out we were making a lot of money through proceeds of crime, a lot of drug dealers, people who were big into cannabis grows, who were around my area, and I was just billing them. There's a term called billing. I was saying, right then, I was saying, you owe me 50 grand, you owe me 50 grand. And before you know it, like, oh, you're not getting no 50 grand. So I had to rough a couple of feathers up, do what I've had to do. And yeah, they did me for blackmail and extortion.
Right.
One of them went to CID and says, yo, I'm an openly a drug dealer, but he's been beating me up and fucking billing me. So they gave him full immunity, and they said, no problem, we don't want you, we want Brett. Gave him full immunity and sent me to jail for fucking 3 years.
Fucking mad.
Yeah.
I mean, genuinely, like, when you look at that, right, for me,
I know.
it's like, you know, the reason people rob drug dealers is because they couldn't go
Yeah,
to the
because you get
police.
away with it. But you can't do it, it's a myth now. So
Right.
if you run into someone's house where there's cannabis grow, it's aggravated burglary. You know what I mean? Straight away, you get locked up more than what they do.
But so he didn't get done for basically having any drugs.
Nah, they says as long as you give evidence against Brett like that, there, because we said we want Brett more than what they want. They had an hard on for me for some reason. You know what I mean? Yeah, right. And they says as long as
They all had a hard on for you,
get full
Brett.
immunity. So these fellas admitted to dealing drugs for the last.
Plenty of
fucking
fellas
decade.
with a hard on for you,
Class A's,
Brett.
Class C's, Class B's, gave him full immunity. Bang, turned up at court, gave evidence against me behind the screen. Ousted him at other end of the fucking country and gave me for a year for blackmail and extortion. I had to take a plea bargain.
Fucking
That's a load of bollocks, because you're pretty famous on the internet, Brett, We would see it in the papers if they gave evidence against you, okay? Where's the fucking evidence? That's a big story to say. Who are these people? It was your ex-bird, pal. We know the story, but you have a good backstory, okay? It was a great charge.
I suppose 3 years weren't too bad, but the bad bit was obviously finding out that your dad had passed.
That's it. You know what I mean? The jail's always horrible because you're missing out important times. You've got misses, you got kids, you got...
Okay, if somebody is getting the tickets, if you want the 10, you can get the 10 VIP. It's £1,000. Okay, MC, you need to screenshot or video record, screen record while you're booking it, because I want to see that it works. Pick the shadow box, okay? I've already sold 2 tables. Okay, so hurry up. The tables are getting sold out. £1,000, 10 lads. Thank you, MC. I've sold the most. Dougie's already said it. I am out. I sold over 40, 50 tickets, people. The shadow has a big name. Kind of knew it, but this is the proof now. After this, and after I show how many tickets I showed, I am hot product, but I'm aligned to 3D Fight Club. We will be the biggest bare knuckle fighting platform on the planet. Myself, my business partner, Dougie Joyce, we are going to take over the world, bareback style.
I didn't feel like that.
How many kids you got?
Me, at the minute, none.
Oh, okay. No, I thought you.
No,
right, yeah.
no.
Right.
It's just, I'm just saying for general. You get me? Yeah. So no.
I thought you was going to give a big announcement. Yeah, I've got 3 kids, and you know.
Well,
Wrong question, Terry. It's how many kids you been with, Terry. Come on, ask the questions that have the right answers.
I'm not saying I've got kids to me, like, you know what I mean? But not many will let me have DNA tests. You know what I mean?
And then I suppose when you was in jail, you were probably like literally fucking plotting
every day.
right? And what happened when you come out?
Plotting the fake beefs. When I get out of jail, man, I'm going to make a video saying I'm fighting Danny Christie. I'm going to swear to the organizations, fucking bad to the bone, Stefan Hanks. I'm gonna plot a storyline where I'm fighting the most famous bare knuckle fighter in the UK. I'm gonna build it up right to the fucking last minute, and then I'm gonna pull the rug and bottle it. Side missions, I'm gonna let people come disrespect me in my hometown, make a holy show of me. I'm gonna become the biggest clown on the internet. That's all the plotting he's been doing in jail.
Did you find out who it was?
No. He openly knew it was. It was someone who was like half all right with me at the term.
Brett is another Ian Flannery. Look, lads, I do not wish. Like, I know I joke around these serious charges. Like, I would not like. But there's a possibility that there's big charges coming, and that's the reason he took the fight. Apparently, he's going to be locked up before this fight. I don't want to ruin the fight. I'm selling tickets. I'm going to be fighting, but I had a phone call saying that he's gone. Apparently the bail is up and he's gone, right? It might not be true, but it was a proper person, a real phone call that Brett, apparently there's no more bail, okay? The trial starts or some shit. But I'm not here to throw shit on Brett's name. We're still good buddies, but the truth must come out, okay, Brett? For years you've been saying I'm this, I'm that, but realistically it was always you, you know.
They were making a lot of money in the game, illicit means. So I just thought, quick money. I find out we were making a lot of cash at the time. Don't have to get my hands dirty.
It does make sense. Like, Brett is so confident of showing up in this fight that the only way he can get out of it is if he is going away. Do you understand? He can't just bitch out of this fight. There has to be, like, I reckon he told Dougie, he says, Dougie, look, I'm gone. And Dougie probably just said, listen, we'll get the shadow of fight anyhow, just help sell the fight. Because no doubt Brett's name is selling the fight. I just feel in my heart of hearts that the phone call I got, serious person, says that fella is on bail. He's in big trouble. And he is doing his best to get as famous as possible before he has to face these charges. So, lads, I don't want to fucking upset you. I'm 100% fighting on 3D Fight Club October 4th. Is Brett May, from what I heard, he's gone in the next few days.
And I'd say, yo, you want to live around here doing what you're doing, I want fucking 10 grand off you. I was just putting it on him like that, and yeah. And half at times the pay, half at times the run it, please.
You have received 10 grand off local gangsters a few times. That's nice money. That's real nice money, bruh. Not a true story, but it's nice money.
And when you, that was,
How come when he goes, like, when Ian Flannery did it, fair play, full of crap, a bullshitter, it came out in the papers that he was blackmailing drug dealers. So, although Ian Flannery might have been a muppet, he was telling the truth there. Brett, where is these stories of fellas grassing on you, taxing people? Like, explain to me why this isn't in the papers, mate. Already we're off to a bullshit start. Keep going.
your first proper jail stretch for years.
Yeah.
And when you was in there, what sort of went through your mind? Like you said, you missed out on the quality times, but did you actually think, I don't want to fucking be in here again? Or
Fucking hate it, mate. Yeah, that was, I think that was my 24th jail sentence, that one. You know what I mean? Since age 14.
But that was the longest.
No, the longest when I was 18, I got 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. That
And what was that for?
2 Section 18s, but they run it all as one concurrent. So basically, if you type my name, Brett May, into Google, it comes up barbecue attack. You know what I mean?
I love that.
Yeah, so, yeah, there's a good pal of mine. He's all right. I'm back pals with a kid now. Like the other fella, I'm not. The other fella, I blinded him with one eye. He's only got one eye now. Yeah. So, but he was supposed to be the hardest man in my area at the time. Staying for a kid called Jamie Taylor. The other kid was called Paul Oxley. Pal of mine grew up. And what it was, I was at the barbecue. We're drinking with him. Blah blah blah. And I had this bird at the time, and she was fucking drinking with us. And I thought one of them was.
Before he even finishes the story, I wasn't there, but I can bet anything the other guy had the bird. I can bet anything it was the other guy had the bird, and Brett got jealous. Okay, haven't even heard the story yet, but I wasn't there, but I can just picture Brett was at the barbecue without a bird. Another bullshit. Can somebody put a bullshit counter up there? I think we're on like 7.
Fucking, do you know what I mean? Flirting and tapping it on. Well, there were anyway, but.
Oh, wait. His bird. Okay, I might have been wrong. His bird was flirting with another guy. Brett's just admitting he's a cook. Brett, the machine May, the most undisrespected man in Doncaster, is at a barbecue with his piece, and some other fella is chatting her up. Okay, maybe this is believable. He's already after admitting that he's a cook.
End of the day, I'm not with her now. So what I did is I've just planned it to myself.
Oh, your bird was talking to another fella, and you got jealous. Okay.
I got these fucking Cindy's pair of garden shears, what was in Corner Garden. And because he had a log burner where the barbecue was, I thought, there's about 6 of these here. I'm on my own. I thought, if I crack one of these, they're going to jump fuck at me. I was only 18. Jamie Taylor, a fucking 35-year-old bloke in his prime. Big fella. Well-known art fella in Stainforth. And Paul was a big lad, a year older than me. So I brought this garden shear in half and I stuck it in the fucking log burner. As I stuck it in the log burner, I waited for it to go red. And as soon as it got red, I pulled it out. Whoosh. Gave him one of them down here. And then fucking other one, I stuck it through his eye and blinded him.
Fucking hell.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
that's...
what I've got through my neck here.
That's a lie. Can somebody type into the internet? He was 18, remember, so any of this story, I can't go in the paper because he wasn't 18. He just said he was 18 at a barbecue with his new bird. Some older guys were chatting her up or talking to her probably. He then broke the shears in half. Just 30 people. What are you doing, Brett? Oh, not much. I'm just fixing his garden shears. He broke the garden shears in half, put it in the log burner and carried on with his... What are you doing, Brett? I'm just cooking the shears. Nobody noticed. Brett heating up a half a shears. Pretty solid story for people that don't know, Brett. People are believing this. How come we've never heard this story before? Did Brett think of all these stories before? This is a brilliant story, don't get me wrong. I'm loving it.
That one there, I've got it straight through his fucking eye and took his eye out. I got 6 years.
Fucking hell.
He's blinding people. What a coincidence. The karma came back 10 years later when you got blinded on your BKFC debut in Wembley on the undercard of Mike Perry. And it was the most embarrassing fight that the BKFC has ever had to this day. I'm blind. Your man at home watching karma. Eye for an eye. You couldn't write this. Talking about blinding people.
But what happened? Was it just like a Wild West fight? Everyone
No,
was just,
so as I've slashed him on back, Dave jumped on my back, started punching the life out of me, got on top of me. I could feel a few bangs.
He stabbed a guy in the eye, and he's actually telling people it's the truth. You did not stab. You stabbed the guy in the eye because he was talking to some bird you were with. What? If this is true, you're a psychopath. He stabbed a guy in the eye for talking to his bird. If that was true, you would be done for attempted murder. You blinded a guy. You did not get 6 years. Tell me I'm not crazy. This is BS, man. You don't get 6 years for taking a man's eye out.
I've gone through log burner. I've got a burn on my arm here.
And he heated it up. He heated it up to make sure it was disinfected. Because he says, I'll take his eye, but I don't want him to get an infection. I'm a good guy. I'm not like that. Because I know when I stab someone with a rusty shears in the eyeball, they're going to get an awful infection. So I heated it up, disinfected it. That's what he told the judge. Judge, I disinfected the shears before I did it. Well, I was going to give you 15 years, Blackmail, but because you disinfected the shears, we'll call it 6. Fuck me, lads.
Tattooed over. Where I've landed in the actual fire itself, and I've ended up dropping the weapon. Obviously, I want that size. And when I was 18, I was only a skinny lad. I was only like 14, 15. And these were big old fellas. I thought, fuck this, I'm tooling them. You know what I mean? That was my mentality at the time. It was wrong, but I had that mentality about me. So as I've gone through the fucking burner.
People, when this went before a judge, they're looking for, what's the word? The reason. The reason is, he's saying he was chatting up his bird in front of him. They're probably just talking. A judge is going to say, we have a psychopath on our hands. He needs 15 years in prison minimum. Okay, I'm not an expert in the legal system, but putting a shears, like breaking a shears, heating it up in a fire, and then slashing a fella's face and stabbing a fella in the eye is attempted murder. Oh my God.
I could feel these kicks and hits to head, and they must have thought what I'd done. But the first one I've struck with a fucking shear, Paul, he's got a big scar down here on floor. I've ended up managed to pick it back up, and as the Jamie's come back in, I've gone, yo, brother, woof, stuck it through his fucking eye and blinded him. And then, yeah, fucking, because of my age, they went lenient. I got 6 years. 6 years for one, 6 years for other, concurrent. If they run it consecutive, I've got 12 years. But because of my age, and they said I had mental health issues, ADHD.
Because of his age, we can save this guy. This fella's going to be all right. 6 years, he'll do half it. Come out in 21 and promise not to stab someone in the eye again. 3 years should fix your psychopath tendencies. People, you're getting 15 years for that. 15 years. Attempted murder. Does anybody in the chat believe this? 1, if you believe that story. 2, if you don't.
PTSD.
Oh, I am going to knock him out. And I don't feel bad about it. This fella is a dirtbag. You know? He can fool a few people thinking he has a good heart. He has some redeeming features. This fella is a piece of shit, man.
And signs of personality disorder. The judges were half kind of lenient on me, to be fair. You know what I mean?
Look at him covering up a story now. He realised what he said. He's realised that this is a heavy story with a light sentence. Man, he probably had a few stories of how he got 6 years, and he settled on the attempted, go for the attempted murder one. Fuck it, go for it in now, and then I'll cover it up by saying, oh, I was young. Lock that bastard up, throw away the key, man. A psychopath. There's got 1-1 in it. I'm gonna KO this fella inside 1 round. I swear down, people. And the pressure that he's putting himself the last 6 months with the Danny Christie situation, with the bottling the fights, getting doorstep, the pressure. He will be gassed out walking to the ring, I promise. All I have to do for this camp is just do some cardio, come out to, I want to take you to a gay bar, laugh, joke, have fun, be calm, and I'm knocking this fella out. The only way I lose to this fella is if I crack. I am not going to crack. I see this as the easiest fight of my life. I don't give a fuck how big and strong this fella is. He cannot fight. If this was any form of combat, I am disarming this man and finishing him. Any form of combat. But Brett, this is going to be a lesson, okay? You're going to realise it's a scary place. Brett, of all the people in the world, you know that running out of gas is the worst feeling in the world, and yet you're doing it again. You've taken another fight on a month's notice. You went out drinking. You were drinking yesterday with Dougie. Dougie does not want you to win. He knows that I can go places. Dougie has told Brett that I'm useless. Sure, look at the fights. Mac Boygraves, Tom Carty. This fella can't fight. You got this, big Brett. You'll beat him in 30 seconds. Lads, after the storm in a teacup, I'll call it. After the storm in the teacup for 30 seconds, this fella is going to say, I am in big trouble. Do I quit now? Or do I quit if I make it to the stool? This guy's quitting. I don't even think I'm going to be given my knockout. I think he's going to rob me of the knockout and he's going to quit again. And this time it'll be, I've dislocated my shoulder. My hand is broken. My hand is broken because the gloves. So mark my words right now. Brett May pulls out at the first round on the stool saying he has a broken hand. Mark my words. He's going to steal me of my knockout.
So with all these things, obviously that you know that you may get I say in a minute mitigating circumstances for your sentence. Did when you was young?
Fair play to Terry Stone. Terry Stone is already calling bullshit. He's like, oh well, the mitigating factors. Terry knows it's a load of bollocks. Terry knows that this is not true. He's gone straight to the mitigating factors, trying to help Brett, trying to help him sell this story. That did not happen. Okay. Somebody Google for me now. Brett May stabbed the guy in the eye. Doncaster. 2000 and whatever. Figure out it. He was 18.
When you was at school, did you find it was hard to concentrate? And was you academic or not? Was school not for you?
No, I'm smart. I'm good. Yeah, good at classes. But yeah, because of ADHD, I found it hard to concentrate a lot. So I was just mainly into sports.
Right.
But no, I'm smart. I can do maths and English tonight, yeah.
Right, wicked. And then when you went to jail for that, so that was your first time. So that was your longest.
For that, Terry couldn't even say for stabbing a fella in the eye. He was like, "We'll move on from this, Brett. We'll try." Terry wouldn't even say. So you went to jail for stabbing a guy in the eye. And Terry said, and you went to jail for that. Terry didn't even want to repeat it because he knew it was horseshit.
Sentence.
I'm the longest one. Yeah.
Right, so that was the first time.
Yeah, they sent me to North East for that one.
Right.
And now look, see, Brett trying to sell the story. Sent me to North East. Nobody asked you where you were in jail, but Brett's trying to make the story real. So he told the real part. See, North East. He said something real. He was confident about the North East. He threw in a truth with the big lie. God, already we're only fucking 10 minutes in.
It was all up there.
Oh, there's an hour left. We'll keep going.
Barnard Castle, up in County Durham. So yeah, a long way from home.
And what was? I mean, did you have any aggro when you was in there, or?
Nobody cared if he was a long way from home. Nobody cared where he was. But Brett threw that in to make his story sound legit. Please tell me he's got more of these stories. I'm not annoyed, by the way. I am not annoyed at the BS. I want as much BS and as much viral clips as possible. Give us more, Brett. If that's the best you have to offer, I'm not happy. Come on, tell me you've killed a few people.
What, up there? Nah, well, a few fights because it were YOs. You're going to have a few fights in jail. You're going to get tested no matter who you are.
Right.
You could be fucking Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? It's right though, isn't it? You're always going to get some knobhead who's going to say something, especially on YOs. On cons, it's chilled out. Majority of times. But YOs.
When you was in there though, Brett,
yeah.
What was the worst sort of violence you saw? It might not have involved you, but somebody else.
The worst violence I've ever saw. I mentioned this on the show on Atwood, when I was telling him saying when I was in Dearborn in that jail, a fella called CJ from Sheffield. To be fair with you, he was in on my last jail sentence. I seen him and we're on about this. And another fella called Billy Kirby from Leeds. What happened is, he had an argument in the gym. And when they've finally gone back into the shower, I've walks in, they've had a bit of a fight, and another fella up from North East, Michael Ferry, was there at the time. He's a well-known bare knuckle fighter. And we were watching them fight, and this Billy Kirby beat CJ fair and square. But no one knew he had a fucking double-edged shank down his pants. So when it was all said and done, everyone's gone to walk out. He's come behind with this double-edged razor blade here and say, like, where mine is, what goes through that way, is what that way. And he just went, yup. And then all of a sudden, I've like looked at this kid's neck. Yeah, this Billy's kid from me. He's like a flap. And the blood just went, boom, squirting all over the showers.
Must have looked like a fucking horror movie.
Yeah, no, he was going to die, man. He fitted on 4 dice, so I've ran over. Obviously, only young at the time, I want that experience in it. And I've obviously put pressure, immediate on wound. And then within about 20 seconds, obviously, the screws have come running. Everyone get the fuck out, move. They've put all their emergency plasters all around his neck and, yeah, saved his life. And after about 2 weeks later, I seen him come back on the wing. They've obviously shipped the other kid out now, CJ from Chef. I think he got something like 12 years added onto his sentence for it. And the fucking stitching was just all across round here.
And what was it? What was that over? Was it just a disagreement or?
It's a disagreement in jail. It could just happen like that, especially on the YOs. On the cons, like you're saying now, you chilled out. You know what I mean? If you're right with them, we're right with you.
You're too busy playing PlayStation.
Yeah, come on, you don't want it, do you? You know what I mean? When you're 16 to 21, I don't know. Even myself, you think like you got something to prove, don't you? You know what I mean? And everyone's in the same mentality. Don't get me wrong, not everyone's the same, but usually on the YOs at that age, it's hard work, man. You know what I mean? Everyone just wants to fight for anything.
Right, and so obviously you've done that, and you're out of jail. How old? When did you come out? Were you 22?
19, 20, 21. Yeah, about 21, 22.
Hit the likes, people. Hit the likes. We are going to get through this podcast, okay? We're waiting for the Paul Venice, the Danny Christie. The good stuff is coming. So please, like the podcast now. It's going to get better, I swear. You can donate if you want, but I've got big scams coming. I'm not too worried about making money now. I've got some big scams coming. The biggest is when the fight doesn't happen.
22.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, when you come back out...
A lot of things changed, don't they?
Yeah, but what had changed? I mean, literally, was you... I know we talked about what happened when you went to jail, when you got your dad off for drugs.
Yeah.
But when you come out of jail, was he like literally bang on it and it was just all going...
See, it was hard to tell at the time because he did take a lot of steroids and go to the gym. He was pumped up, but then he'd have it behind closed doors. So he'd like be massive, about 19.5 stone, big fella.
Brett's dad pimped him out. Backdoor Brett. His bottom dollar bitch.
But then he'd smoke the stuff as well. But when he got bad on the heroin, he just shrumped him down to like 9 stone. But so when I got out, it was still that decent size, but he wasn't proper bad. And then when I was out for a bit, he got proper bad on the stuff. And I thought, fucking hell, man, you know what I mean? I'm going round there, I'm opening the fridge. And when I'm opening the fridge, I'm finding fucking heroin needles everywhere. I'm going into bin in the bathroom and that.
Oh, da, you sneaky bastard. Hiding heroin syringes in the fridge. Oh, I would have never have found this. It's underneath the milk carton. For fuck's sake, da.
There's heroin needles. Everywhere I'm looking on the ceiling, there's blood squirted all over the walls and all around the back. You know where it's been hitting main arteries and the blood's been fucking squirting everywhere. Do you know what I mean? I mean, not just my dad's blood as well. There's fucking everyone's fucking blood. You get me? You're talking.
That's what happens at gay orgies, mate. Blood and shit everywhere.
People's obviously going around and using their blood as well. But don't get me wrong, I fucking fully love my dad. I used to tell him, I said, listen, I'm not having none of these fucking dickheads around.
Brett might have fucking AIDS. I should get him to get blood tested before this, lads. I'm dead serious. We all know the dangers with bumming. Do you know? That's why I don't do it, man. It's a lot of AIDS involved.
Yeah. And I was just constantly fucking smashing people up, bro.
It must have been. I've never understood why anybody would take heroin, and people.
You were smashing, all right, Brett. No doubt about it. You were smashing.
That I know that have told me about people that have actually got addicted to it, whether they started smoking it before they injected it, and they've said like literally once it gets older, you just can't get. You know, it's like. The worst thing ever. You know, even if you get help, you go into rehab, you come out, you fucking want it again. There's no cure. I mean, I know some people say they're cured, but someone said to me, you're just one step away from making that fucking
100%. Only one lesson it's ever taught me: I will never in my life ever smoke a crack pipe or ever have any form of heroin ever. I've seen what that drug does to you, mate. You know what I mean? So listen, anyone out there what's ever even thinking about having a pipe or having heroin, or if you're on it now, please get help, because I've seen firsthand what it's done. I've seen my grandma get knives put to her and get TVs took off her through when my dad was on Rampage. It just turns you into an evil man. You get me?
So your dad.
What was the worst thing about your father's heroin addiction? My nanny's TV got taken. Not one TV, but TVs. They must have taken about 4 TVs. It was devastating.
Would rob your grandmum for...
Yeah, then I'd have to fight him. Yeah, literally, I'd have to fight him away from my grandparents while he's got fucking knives out trying to take TVs out of the house.
I mean, that just the image of that is just insane. Do you know what I mean? It's like...
You know what I mean? I've seen some crazy shit, bro. Trust me.
What's the maddest shit? There's got to be... That's crazy, but there must be something madder.
What, outside?
Getting payments for heroin with TVs is like real low level, like just junkies amongst themselves. You know, Brett, like, you're not that old. You know, TVs became pretty fucking cheap after the 90s. Back in the day, I admit, TVs were important. But more bullshit.
Yeah.
Outside on the streets.
Bullshit counter at 28.
What I've seen people do? Oh, fucking hell, I've seen all bad things, mate. I mean, especially in jail, I've seen suicides, you know what I mean? I mean, don't get.
I mean, a lot of people, you know, I know when you're in jail, it's people do. Do you think that was attributed to drugs, or do you think that was just people just had enough and they just go, right, I'm going?
A lot of times it's drugs, isn't it? You know what I mean? A lot of drug psychosis. No one on Spice, screaming and shouting to themselves. Like one fella called Coops from Barnsley, I've mentioned it a few times. He cut his own throat in Marshgate. I watched him bleed to death. Screws couldn't get us all to ourselves at the time. I said, here, let us help him. He was just gone, mate. He just fucking gone straight through jugular, died there and then. And then when I've been in old jail, I was a pid worker going up, went upstairs, top landing on his fours, went thing. I heard these screams of these lads, you gotta get this fucking door open. Go on, fucking sinking, just fucking swinging, hanging, you know what I mean? Just off his bed sheet, straight through fucking like dead as a doornail. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's fucking bad do, mate. You know what I mean?
And when if you fast forward now, and then like you said, you come out of the jail. There was an incident that I knew about with the there was you had a fight in a kebab shop where people tried to kill you, didn't it? Was that
Purple Lackey was Brett's real dad?
These are all the scars here, yeah. So
when was that? Was that
so 2017 to 18 time?
So that was after you come out after your dad had died.
No, that was before my dad died. That one,
right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So my dad's only just died recently,
right?
Last year. So basically, what England when they played Croatia in the semi-final World Cup, not last World Cup, the World Cup before. So they were crazy. So basically, I've gone into this shop, yeah. Don't get me wrong, I'm pissed up, young lad, reckless lad, you know what I mean? I'm a rogue, you know what I mean? Sometimes can be a prick, you know, when you're a young lad there. As I've gone in, and obviously main travellers of the area, main gypsy fellas of the area is fucking Doncaster, the ones who come in trying to fucking lay the law down. So me being me, I've just fucking got into it, mate. Crack one of them, crack the other, and fucking, they're just like, yeah, pulling fucking knives out left, right and centre. I took a few here to the arms, yo, because obviously they're defensive rooms. And when someone's coming at you,
Brett talks so much bullshit. It's hard to believe anything out of his mouth. I'm actually thinking, is his dad even dead? He's probably at home smoking a bag of gear, watching this, saying, "What storyline are you dragging me into now, Brett? What the fuck?"
Your head with blades. You got to put the arm
right.
up. So if you can see one here.
Oh, you got the scars, mate. Yeah.
Tattoo through there. My back's even worse. Like you'll see them on Google Images. I've got one from my neck all the way to my ass, shoulder to shoulder. Same as my legs, everywhere. There's not an inch of my body I hardly where you'll not see a scar on me. And I remember just getting stuck into one of them through the shelf, and I'm battering him. And I've already done one of them who's dead now, a kid called Callum. They cracked him before he come in first. And then I was just fighting for my life, about 30 minutes on camera. And what I didn't realise is one of the bastards.
You did not fight for 30 minutes. Okay? Street fights, 30 seconds is like a lifetime. You did not. People are not going to hang around after blading you up no more than 2 minutes. So I admit sometimes you can add to a story, Brett, why didn't you just bullshit and say 5 minutes? 5 minutes isn't believable, but it's better than 30 minutes. If you fought for 30 minutes, you'd be dead now, Brett. They did it all in 30 seconds. Okay? Just another bullshit.
You've come behind me, fucking stuck straight through my neck here on the left side. Gone from my keys.
Maybe it was 30 minutes from when you attacked your man's wife. Do you know? The girl out getting shopping and you decide off your head on Charlie to mount off at one of your enemy's wives. Completely retarded. Underestimating the power of disrespecting a man's wife. Like, you said you're smart, Brett. I don't care who someone is. You do not attack anyone's wife. You silly boy. What did you expect to happen? Nobody deserves to die, but attacking another man's wife, no matter what your problem is, don't talk to women in general. It's a general thing. Never ever argue with women or children, okay? It's just an obvious thing. But Bretty boy, smart boy in school, decides to mount off at a gangster's wife. Maybe it was 30 minutes while you're in getting soda pops and fucking chocolate in the sweet shop. 30 minutes is bullshit, Brett. You got riddled in 30 seconds.
All the way up, I had 200 stitches here. All the way up.
So how many times would you say you were stabbed?
I was stabbed 16 times on that one.
Fucking hell, you beat 50 Cent. He shot 9 times. You got stabbed
just like-
17 times?
It's like 50 cents. And I'm still smiling.
But that must have been, I mean, I suppose when you're fighting, and, I mean, did you actually know they were stabbing you, or was it just literally, you just...
My arm, I did.
It's so fat that the blade couldn't reach any arteries. Like, all the fat deposits saved him.
I didn't know I was stabbed in the back or the neck, but my arm I did. So there was a time where, when I told the first kid come in, because they were coming in that many, I had to put my foot on the main door.
Hit the likes, people. Hit the likes. We're starting to go viral. This is getting heated. Paul Venice, Danny Christie, Decca Heggie, coming soon. Hang on.
So they couldn't all get in at the same time because the overwhelming of numbers, was loads of them. And I was only there on my own in the middle of a shop. And the Asian...
No friends again. Poor old Brett. Do you know what, Brett? I'll be your friend after I knock you out, okay?
Asian men whose shop it was, obviously, they'd been armed black that many times. They were pressing the panic alarm, what was underneath, and I never knew none of this. So I'm there kicking the shelf over so no one can get round the back of me to get on me with machetes. And then grabbing a couple of bottles here, chucking at them, chucking a couple of bits and this and that. And they're coming at me, trying to fucking lash. And I was taking the defensive wounds in the arm at first, but getting a couple of shots off. But my punches were like busting them, busting their nose, busting their eyes. These are fucking trying to hack my face off, you know?
Shame you didn't do that to Rob Cunningham. You managed to bust people's noses, eyes, cheeks. You beat the shit out of these fellas, but you had one guy, Rob Cunningham, and you didn't even put a scratch on him. More bullshit.
I mean, yeah. So, but I thought, I can't let them get to my face, no way. So they got to the next best thing, the neck. You know what I mean? So,
and then how did that end?
There's nothing funny about getting your neck sliced. One thing I will say is fair play to Brett. Any normal person would have PTSD and they would shut their mouth and stop being a hard man. Like, if Brett ends up dying, you know, in the future over the gangster talk and getting into trouble, like, he got his warning. What a warning. Like, I don't think you're going to see Andy Anthony fucking, not saying he was going around being a hard man, but whatever arguments he was having in future, it's just not fucking worth it, okay? I know Andrew Anthony was hyped up in the hospital saying, we'll see what's going to happen. The truth is, Andy Anthony, you're best off just fucking saying that was a close one. And just putting your ego aside. You've done the video to say there'll be trouble. Lads, does anybody not want to live anymore? Like, arguments are not worth it unless it's a fake argument. And you're going to make money. You had your fucking throat sliced, man. Fuck me. I'd be in the priesthood now. Pretending I'm a good guy. Hopefully I don't get my fucking throat sliced again. Crazy shit, man.
Did you just pass out, or did it get broken up, or did the police come?
Well, there's a video. If you type in Brett May stab on here, it comes up with Lou Fuse, who does all the BKFC videoing for Andrew Bakewell for BKFC. He's put it on his video. It shows me walking around the shop, no top on, covered with all the stab marks.
Lads, are we still going to have the Decker Heggie in the library story? Is he going to double down? Lads, this is getting interesting. Hold on, we'll get through it. We're going to get through this, okay, people? I promise you, it has to get better, because Terry Stone is no idiot. Terry Stone knows the crack. We're going to see what Terry Stone's reaction is to Brett May's bullshit. So far,
It's all over.
we're not getting any viral video off this. Maybe the Shares story.
Head to toe in blood, and Dave took off and ran off. I was still jumping up and around. Don't get me wrong, I was pissed up. You know what I mean? That might have helped me not feel the might not have helped me feel the pain. You know what I mean?
I'm Nicola Tallant from Crime World, and I'm here to tell you about an exciting new show streaming weekly on Now. From the creator of Mayor of Easttown, Task stars Mark Ruffalo as an FBI agent in Philadelphia who's leading a task force to shut down a string of burglaries in the area. It's got drug lords, detectives and family drama wrapped into one miniseries. So if you're looking for a thrilling new show to get stuck into in the evenings, stream Task weekly without a contract with a Now Entertainment membership.
Acast recommends.
I'm Sheila Shoiga, and Ready to Be Real is back with new weekly episodes from Friday the 5th of September. This season, we go deeper into the issues that matter to you. In September alone, you'll hear from food advocate Sophie Morris, writer Anne-Marie O'Connor on life with Parkinson's, Miriam Hussey on connected living, and author and activist Fintan Drury on Palestine. If you care about fairness, humanity, and real stories, this podcast is for you. Ready to Be Real, back in your ears soon, wherever you get your podcasts.
Acast is home to the world's best podcasts, including The Simpler Life with James and William, Owning It, the Anxiety Podcast, and the one you're listening to right now.
Don't know, mate. They could have took off because they probably thought, we've stabbed him in the neck here, he's going to die. He's been fighting with us, I don't know. But yeah, Dave ran off. I'm still walking around the shop. Fucking Muppets. Fucking let's get out. You know what I
Did
mean?
you have a kebab in that hand?
No, so what I did is, there's a famous...
That'd be funny, kebab.
There's a famous story. They shared it in the press. They said Brett May went for something to eat afterwards, yeah? Right. So everyone's got these fucking visions, yeah? And me sat down having a fucking Indian while I'm having 16 stab wounds, yeah? So that's when they started calling me the Michael Myers of Doncaster. You know what I mean? Halloween special, bro.
I love that.
You get me? Yeah. You know what I mean? So
that's fucking brilliant.
But there's a bit of truth to that, but not a bit of truth. So what I've done is, because I've covered that much in stab marks, I thought, I couldn't hardly breathe. I thought, my mouth's a bit dry. And then the Asian man who shop it was says, well, brother, you need to lay down, put your feet up quick. He said, your neck. I looked in the mirror and my neck's just going, zzz, zzz. I thought, fuck, it's fucking squirting, juggler. So I thought, fuck, put my hand on here. I thought, I need to get ambulance quick, I'm going to die. I put my hand there, grabbed this jug of milk, as daft as it sounds, not by that hand, by this hand,
right.
And then drank this milk as fast as I could, yeah, because there was something what I read. If you stabbed or shot or anything, if you eat something or drink something quick, it puts more bloodstream in you. So I know.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, this is what I read up. So I drank it.
There you go. There's a tip from Brett May. There you go.
and I grabbed, and as daft as it sounded, a boost.
It's a fucking horrifying story. I know they're making light of it, lads. Like, I know I'm the toughest man going, but fuck me, man. It's horrific.
Bar, yeah. So I grabbed this boost bar, yeah, and I've got ate it, and there were people recording me outside, and I never even knew. You know what I mean? So they shared it all over. They said he's not bothered. He's been stabbed 16 times, and the fuck is eating a boost bar. You know what I mean? No wonder I'm 21 stone much.
I'm surprised.
You get it?
I'm surprised Cadbury's didn't fucking get on the phone. Do you know what I mean?
Fucking one of them.
You could have been the boost man. Do you know what I mean?
If they can give the beef, will find a boss that. I want fucking Cadbury shares.
What do you think? That is mad, that I be for boss thing, isn't it?
At least Breton is starting to lighten up. Hopefully it'll get interesting now.
Fucking nuts.
I saw it and I was just like, I didn't quite get why, but people said he looked like a Lego character. And then,
he does though, doesn't he, bro? I want to meet him one day though. He's a funny looking dude.
He's funny. He's funny. But he's probably, he's DJ now, isn't he? And he's he probably went there on holiday.
There's people giving out about the mods, lads. Gary, what the fuck's going on? What are you banning them for? Maybe I'm not listening to these fucking trolls, and especially because he's fucking spamming it now. Gary, you can block fucking Gordon Ramsay there. He's been a retard.
Just mind his own business.
Mind his business, mate. Some dickhead just recorded him, haven't they? And then before you know it, they've shared it viral. Poor cunt.
I'm sure he enjoys it. I'm sure he's got loads of female attention. He's getting a few quid, so I'm sure he's happy about
Well,
it.
the game of G-Wagon boys wrote it off, hasn't he? Have you seen it? Yeah, he wrote it off with it ain't some by accident. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's madness.
So going back to obviously you then obviously phone 999 after your boost bar.
No, so basically then the Asian.
Sorry, I still believe you, mods. I trust you. Your man's just been a retard. Of course, block anybody that's been a wanker.
Man, because I've been pressing it. I just heard all these sirens. Fucking arm responsive coming. Bang! Fucking ran straight in. Mass on the lot. Get down, get down. Like that. It says, you. Just literally grabbed my arms like that. Bit. I said, my neck. They went, no. They had this like fucking emergency fucking like padding and gel. Slapped it straight on my neck. They went, listen, they says, I'm a trained fucking medic. I was in army before arm response. No guns. To be fair with you, man, they saved my life. You get me? I'm not going.
Gary Key is the fucking main man for it. Lads, don't be arguing. It's just one fella's trying to divide and conquer us. The three of us together are going to beat everyone. Use your common sense, okay, lads?
I'm not going to lie about that. I've had my issues with police in the day, but they saved my life that day. You get me? So I'm forever grateful for that. 100%.
Was you singing, last night a policeman saved my life?
I don't know, Chico, a good grape joke. Gary, you have to, a good grape joke can be left in. It's not an automatic ban. If he can make you smile, leave it in. It's more like if these people are desperately out to ruin you and destroy you sort of comments. Do you know? Like a complete like piece of shit. You know that they're ugly bastards. We don't want them around. But if a troll has a bit of fucking humour about them, man, anything is up. Like I've already said it. If a troll can fucking make a slight humorous comment, then they get a free pass. Do you know? But if it's out and out nasty, give them a timeout. Lads, I'm not arguing. We're having a good day today. I'm actually not worried. If I was worried, I'd say, right, no banning today or banning today. This one is, yeah, kick them out today. Every day is different, lads. Today, we're trying to fucking focus, so get rid of the cunts that are annoying us.
But still.
but do you know what? I think there's a, you know, if you're a religious person,
yeah,
or you believe in God or the universe or whatever it is, you know, whatever. Yeah. I do think that when your time's up, your time's up.
1,000,000%. And I thought there was a time there. I thought it was coming because I thought, fucking, I've lost this much blood, and before you know it, I was laid down, my feet up. And literally there was puddles. I mean, puddle.
Chico just offered the olive branch out the key. Key is calling him a fool. Get on, lads, the fuck. Chico. Who's Creco? Is Creco a different fella then? Look, right, lads, move on to fuck. Come on. We're making money here. I've got the adverts on.
Blood. All the ceilings are all blood. Everywhere's blood. And one of them who I've been fighting with in the shop, I think he's grabbed the knife wrong. So when I'm hitting him, I'm like fucking hitting him as hard as I can through the shelf. And where he's grabbed the knife, he's grabbed it wrong, and he must have tensed it hard. He's took the top of his finger off. So he's fucking blood squirting everywhere from his hand. He's took his finger off. The knives getting thrashed around everywhere, mate, rolling around. A couple of them got stabbed in process. So all their blood. They weren't wearing masks. They weren't wearing gloves. So everything were all on full fucking camera.
So Brett is building up the reasons why they all did 100 years in prison. Okay. DNA. Okay. Nothing to do with you, Brett.
Mate. And it just went viral, mate. Calendar everywhere.
So they, I'll take it they all got arrested.
Yeah.
Did you get arrested as well?
I got arrested, yeah.
Right, fucking hell. So everyone got arrested. And what was the outcome of that?
So basically, to get to that, so what happened is after that, you had to keep me in the shop, and then an helicopter, as daft as it sound, had to do a fucking emergency air service to Sheffield Northern General because Doncaster didn't have the facilities to treat my wounds. So they had to airlift me to Sheffield Northern General Hospital. And when I was airlifted there, I was 18 hours in theatre to put me back together again. And then once they put me back together, I can remember coming around, but bearing in mind I'm on a lot of fucking morphine, you know what I mean?
Right.
And as I come around, I just see all calendar crew and all fucking press, ITV News and all this and that, yeah. You all right? I said, yeah, I'm cool. And then all of a sudden, Cindy's a woman and a man push past them, CID. He says, we're serious crime unit, blah, blah, blah. Do you want to make a statement? We've got the culprits here on camera. If you make a statement today, we can give them all like 20, 25 years each. I said, listen, I ain't been brought up that way. I said, I don't make statements. You know what I mean? Right. I says, no, nothing against you. I said, appreciate what you're doing, but I said, I don't make statements. I'll go court. Right. And they went, you sure? Last time I went,
look, lads, he didn't make a statement, all right? He didn't make a statement. He'd be in court saying Brett took the stand. We'd have the paperwork. He didn't make a statement, all right? He didn't have to make a statement.
I'm sure they went, well, we're sending them down anyway, because it says the cameras.
But he could have made a statement saying that we're all friends. It was just a bit of fucking WWE action. Do you know what I mean?
Crystal clear. The audio's crystal clear. And the Asian men who shop at his have made statements. I don't know. I said, well, listen, that's not to do with me. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? I says, I ain't been brought up that way.
Well, there you go. So Brett May, you got it here. Man of honour.
Gotta be, haven't you? You know what I mean? You gotta be, man. You know what I mean? You can't live on two sides of the fence. I ain't been brought up that way by my dad, you know what I mean? I've never shocked anyone in my life. I think only people, whatever needs grassing up in this world are...
Come here, I've met people in prison and shit, yeah, and I met people in life. I do not think Brett's a grass man. I do think he is all about it. I don't think he's a grass.
Paedophiles and rapists, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's as simple as that.
100%. And I've also seen recently, obviously you've been very vocal about are you a Reform fan?
Yeah, man.
Right,
yeah,
okay, because I know right now, like, there's a massive sentiment in the UK where, you know, people are like worried about sort of uncontrolled immigration. People are sort of saying, you know, the political parties have lost their direction. I mean, what's your views on it, Brett? Because obviously you've been brought up, like you said, in the Thatcher era, right?
Yeah.
How old are you now?
35 now.
Right, okay, 35. Yeah, so I'm 19 years older than you.
19 years, yeah. Oh, come on, son. I thought you were the same age as me, bro.
I'll take that. But you know, how have you seen it change since you was born? I mean,
of course. I bet you have as well.
Massively.
Yeah, massively. I've seen loads. Well, when I was driving in here, I seen Basildon, all the roundabouts and all the lampposts. Well, everywhere, all the English flags aren't they at the minute? And yeah, I just think, especially with Sadiq Khan and what have you, I just got to be honest with you, I just think he's just let the country down, and massively, I just think when there's war veterans on the streets, you know what I mean, and people are getting the piss took clean out of them, to be honest with you, if that makes sense.
Well, not defending people being on the streets, but we live in the West, like, honestly, the fucking services try their best. I'm telling you now. As Andrew Tate said, it takes a lot to end up homeless. Yes, mental health issues, I understand it, but at some point it comes to a time where, like, these people are, I know we failed them mentally health wise, but it comes to a point where you just can't house some mad cunts next to other families that have gotten in. Like, it takes a lot to go homeless in this day and age, especially in the West, lads, okay? Like, you hear stories about women and children. I'm in a hotel, like, you'll always be put in a place, like, you know, you'll always get a fucking place. It's rare that anyone without drink problems don't get put in the place, you know. If you're ending up homeless, even as a veteran, you've got some fucking issues, and they can't really house you around other people that are trying to just live their fucking lives, you know. Not knocking it. I believe a lot of people have failed in the mental health system and a few other things, but, you know, I am not a fan of homeless people. They just seem to have problems, and people can virtue signal all they want, save the homeless. Once you get up and close and personal to homeless people, man, you don't want to be near them anymore. They just bring fucking problems. Most of them, 99%, are the lowest of the lowest society, and you don't want them around you. You don't want them around your families, okay? That 1%, fair enough, they got failed. But 99% of homeless people, I do not want around me, okay? They should put them on an island. No, I'm only joking. I'm only joking. But they do bring a lot of problems to homeless people, man. I don't want them near me or black people.
You know, for me, whatever race you are, whatever religion you are, if you've got a flag and you want to fly it,
or Muslims or any ethnicity that isn't white is right. Sorry, people, I'm not being selective racist. All religions, all sects, even the queers. Just in case black people thought I was singling them out. I am totally against, and I hate a lot of my own also.
Cool with that, do you know what I mean? But
100%.
but you know, the thing that grates me is that, you know, we're sort of being made to feel guilty about.
How am I a lefty? The lefty love the homeless. I am completely Republican, man. I hate the homeless. Who the fuck called me a lefty, man? I am anti-homeless.
Being British, and there's all this fucking shit like at Christmas. You know, you can't say.
Yeah, that's the 1% Pirates of the River. There's a lot of families. It still makes up 1%. Okay, I'm going to put them in the 1% bracket. I don't think they make up any more than fucking 1%. That's my point. They're the good people, the ones in your area that went homeless. Oh, sorry. I'm talking about 99% of the smelly ones. I'm sure your homeless people smell great. They get a shower. They just don't have a home.
Merry Christmas. You can't say Merry Christmas. It's seasons, greetings, happy holidays, and all this bollocks. In case you offend anybody, and it's
100%.
like, look, if I go to a Muslim country and they're celebrating Eid, I'm saying Happy Eid. Do you know what I mean? I do not give a fuck.
No.
About. I don't get offended if they say Happy Eid. If I go to America and they're celebrating the 4th of July, fucking I'm celebrating the 4th of July. But
no.
I don't get offended by what other people want to celebrate. I just embrace it.
I'm a big believer, if you're living in someone's area, you have to respect their culture. And our Western culture isn't that third world culture. And when they're trying to pawn the Sharia law and third world culture onto us, I don't agree with it. If you want to do that, please do it in Afghanistan or please do it in Gaza, where we're originally from. You know what I mean? Otherwise, it's going to be a...
Please don't put me not being homeless down to my fucking upbringing. I'm not homeless because I don't smoke gear and I have personality. Okay? Even when things were looking bad for me and my lowest, I still have my personality and I still have my wits about me not to end up homeless. Okay? So don't put it down to my fucking background. Homeless people lose their personality the lower they get. You know? Like, sometimes a homeless person can perform for 30 seconds to get a fiver for a few cans. I'll give them that. Sometimes I see a homeless person with a set joke or a set song they can perform. But realistically, hanging around a homeless person for more than 10 minutes, you can see that their character is dead from all the heroin or the alcohol. Please do not come near me, homeless people.
Russia cultures, isn't they? So I remember someone speaking highly about this. You don't see Palestinians in Jordan waving the Palestinian flag because they won't allow it. You know what I mean? Certain countries, just like Egypt, what's next door to Gaza, they're not taking no one in, are they? It's a touchy subject, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I mean, what are you? I mean, there's all this, unrest about the hotels at the moment, right? Where they're saying why these people being put in these hotels in these areas. I mean, what do you think about that? Because it seems to be the whole of the UK is very unhappy about this at the moment. It's not just a small minority. I mean, obviously in the paper,
no,
it's only the far right, yeah. But
1,000,000%.
when you talk to everybody, everybody's concerned about it. It's not just the far right.
100%. Well, there's a few arguments. To be truthful, speaking of mind, if you see like women and kids coming over, young women and kids, and they're saying, we're being raped, we're getting tortured up here in Somalia, and I'm responsible for going and took him to the floor, and then they says
city in England, so.
And then they're like, So I thought, give it a crack, yeah.
Drive a lorry into your fucking house.
I had to fucking slam into the side of the car. Side of him here. Survived a shooting a bit back outside Miller and Carter in Donny. The car comes behind me. I was with my cousin Joe Woods from Moorends. I had to fucking slam into the side of the car. I mentioned this on the Not Guilty TV podcast, I think, a bit back. Fucking kid hangs out outside with a bang, 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 puts fucking 3 fruit back with 9mm. I thought, fuck, here we go. There's no what you can do. No man, no matter how large you are, you can't beat a gun. No matter who you are. So I fucking jumped into the lower side of the passenger tucked in, and just could see the fragments ripping through the fucking dashboard, going through back window and through window screen. That would high powered at a 9mm. So usually what they do is, how you can tell like usually an high powered 9mm to a normal one. A lot of people get the replicas and the drill them, you see, and when they do that, the only bullet holes only go straight through the window. But when it's the real thing, the real Russian or the real American, bang, it's going through back window and fucking window screen. If it hits you, you're dead. You know what I mean? Simple as that. So I called in, my cousin's going, what the fuck's going on? They're shooting at us.
I'm not getting a million cart with you ever again.
He said, they're shooting at us, they're shooting at us. And I said, yeah, fucking ram him. He's like, what do you mean ram him? I said, fucking ram him, you fucking pussy. Grab the fucking thing. Bang, I thought they're going to kill us. So I've grabbed his steering wheel. I said, put your foot down. He's put his foot down. Woof, push. Crush through the side of him here. But it were all caught on camera, on the traffic lights. And because it were all caught on the traffic lights, they've ended up fucking getting arrested and that, and same again. Police had come to me and says, right, we've got these people here. Look, unlucky for one of them, they didn't use any stolen cars. They used their cars with their own license plates. Yeah,
that's clever, isn't it?
I must piss people off that much, yeah? They must just think, hold on a minute, let's get in this fucking car and shoot this bastard today.
Well, it is mad, though, to think that somebody would actually basically plan a murder. Because if they're shooting at you and hit you, it would have killed you, right?
100%, yeah.
And they're driving along with their plates on. I mean, if they would definitely got 250 quid on that, damn as criminals.
I don't think it was too much planned there, because the last area where I was, just before I went to Miller and Carter, I forgot to mention, I turned up and I went to give one of them a good hiding, you know what I mean?
Oh, you forgot that bit?
Yeah, so I've like basically landed on them, turned up, braid on a few fucking doors and that, put the fear of God in them.
Another fucking
I'm Nicola
advert.
Tallant from Crime World, and I'm here to tell you about an exciting new show streaming weekly on Now. From the creator of Mayor of Easttown, Task stars Mark Ruffalo as an FBI agent in Philadelphia who's leading a task force to shut down a string of burglaries in the area. It's got drug lords, detectives and family drama wrapped into one miniseries. So if you're looking for a thrilling new show to get stuck into in the evenings, stream Task weekly without a contract with a Now entertainment membership.
Did something what I won't say off on camera, do you know what I mean? But into level of fucking violence. And they've obviously thought, we can't take this guy head on, we'll fucking load up. So we loaded the fucking shooters up, loaded the mask on, loaded the gloves, and yeah, fucking Boris the Bullet Dodger, mate. You know what I mean? Fucking original
You've
snap.
got so many names, Brett. You've got the Doncaster Destroyer that I made up earlier. You've got
Pingu.
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee's been dead
Brett Gay.
50 years. We're back in the reincarnation.
You've got, you know, I mean, it's just mad. I mean, you have had a fucking crazy life. I mean, I can't believe, and I suppose it's really been from
A fictitious, crazy life.
birth, right? So
Fucking war from birth, mate. Literally. Honestly, anything for a good life.
I can't believe this. I'm the man that has been selected to knock him out. I cannot believe it's happening. It just sounds too good to be true, people. Don't get excited. Don't buy the tickets. I don't think Brett May is showing up. But I will. So if you want to buy the tickets, I'll be there. And for any of my black, Muslim or queer friends, I love you all, to be honest. It's just my fans are quite Nazi and they like when I become a Nazi. I honestly don't give two shades of shit what you're up to. If you're an illegal migrant coming over graping and pillaging and all, you know, I'd probably have to, you know, do some work on you. But if you're over here to clean our shitters and look after our rubbish, do the shitty jobs, I'm all for it. Okay, so this idea that I am a racist Nazi, it's a character, okay? And the reason I'm saying this now is I forgot that I'm actually coming to England and I don't want to run into any problems. So just covering my case, I am a racist Nazi.
If that's why now I want to get my money and I want to...
And I'm a transphobic and I'm also transphobic.
Fucking disappear, mate. You get me? You know what I mean? Chill out and have a normal life.
And out of your fights, obviously you started off because with the hay bales, you was undefeated in those, weren't you?
Undefeated in hay bales, yeah.
How many did you have in?
2.
Right, so you had 2. And with the bare knuckle stuff, did you box? Do you have the gloves as well? Or was it mainly bare knuckle?
Not bare knuckle in the hay bales. For boxing gloves wise, but like I said there on the hay bales one, when they finally said about these threats, fucking, I've drove on. There's been a lot of good fighters there who watched at the time. There were Butch Brown from Doncaster, a load of others, and no one could believe it. As I drove through the crowd, I just seen all these people waiting. All these people said they're going to kill him. Bearing in mind, I've just survived attempt murder through my neck, and it's the same fucking firm who I've been fighting with these knives. They're all there. They're all waiting. And they thought, nah, he's not got the bollocks. He's not got the fucking bollocks to turn up here and fight. I thought, if I turn up, I could die, but I thought, I'm going to have to. I just drove. No security, no bouncers, no nothing. 3 miles into a quarry in the middle of fucking nowhere, yeah? Fog lights, about fucking 300 of my enemies, if not more. And they're all going to me when I'm walking, fight, you're fucking dead today, you. Don't shout.
I must have shook your hand though, because the fact that you actually turned up.
Turned up on my own. I didn't
and was like, you know, I'm not bothered. They must have just gone, actually, you know what, this kid's all right.
A few of them shook my hand, but a couple of them, when my fight happened, started jumping on the A-bales. Fucking fight me, you bastard. Yeah, it kind of flared up, it kicked off. And then if Christie will tell you about it, yeah. And
I've seen him, and also saw there was this big beef with Danny Christie as well.
Yeah, Danny Christie, yeah. So me and Danny's had a few words. Dex had a few words. I turned up to fight Danny about 3-4 weeks ago.
What? Finally, it's getting interesting, and I'm delighted he's open with that. I've turned up to fight Danny Christie 4 weeks ago. Finally, I'm going to fucking clip from here in. As you have joined my video, here is the backstory to Danny Christie versus Brett May. Danny Christie bottled it.
I was under, some fellas were raising some cash to pay us both privately in a purse. And then they get to keep the PP.
All of a sudden, the story seems to be going very cloudy.
B-money, which I think they were estimating to do 6 figures for, and then me and him were going to get a private purse.
Right.
So I was all up for that, but I made it very clear. If you watch my YouTube videos, I said, look, this fella's turn up unannounced into Donny, because it wasn't a planned thing. Say like, me and you, Danny, will fight at this date 12 weeks down the line, or 8 weeks, or 4 weeks. He's basically just put a video. Brett May, I will be coming into Doncaster this Friday. I've been in touch with some lads. We're both going to get paid an excessive amount of money to fight. It's happening. So me personally, I thought he was trying to trick me out of a fitness camp. So I thought, I'll tell you what, I'm going to use my size to my advantage. So I finally replied to Danny. I sent him a message and I put it on the internet. No problem, mate. We'll fight you. Well, it's MMA rules, all in, like that. But I tell you what I will do. I will take biting and eye gouging off the table. If I turn into Carlisle, Cumbria, I can't just turn up unexpected and say, hold on a minute. Can we have 3 2-minutes, mate, and put these 4-ounce gloves on? Don't work like that, does it? You're turning up into my area, you got to fight my fight. So my plan was just going to pick him up, slam him off his foot.
Seems legit.
Fucking head and ground and pound him unconscious, bro. Right, innit?
I tell you what, I actually saw...
Did Terry sound say, yeah, all right, is it? Who said that, Terry? Fuck, this podcast is falling flat on its face, lads. I'm sorry, Terry. I'm sorry, Big Mayo. It's falling flat. I'm quite tired as well. I've trained all week. Just nothing is piquing my fucking interest here. Holy God. You should have done a rake at Charlie on the podcast, Brett.
Or a fight with Decker
and Danny. Good fight.
And when you...
6 figures is 100 grand, isn't it? Minimum. Bullshit counters up to about 60 now, I think.
Actually see that fight. Decker looks fucking like twice the size of him.
Decker will chicken him around, man.
And I did actually think, fucking hell, like Danny's going to cut. But I mean, Danny is a good fighter.
Very good, yeah.
And when I saw that fight, at the end of it, I was like, fuck me. I mean, what a war. That was, you know, when you talk about, I mean, I'm a massive boxing fan, right?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that many bare knuckle, but
no.
I did watch that, and I did think that was like one of them super fights
where
they both went at it and didn't give up. And,
no, they were a great fight,
yeah. Yeah, and they're both, I mean, to both guys, Decker and to Danny Christie, I'll take me out to both of them because they were both amazing fighters. But for you, obviously, I suppose really those two guys, if you fight either of those guys and beat them, obviously that's going to elevate your status, and you're going to be able to say, well, I actually beat the guys that we were like calling out and having the beef with. We're actually getting it on now. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
but with Decker, if you fought Decker, you'd fight him bare knuckle or in hay, or would you do it with gloves?
Whichever, gloves, bare knuckle, MMA rules, whichever. Because he had an MMA one not long ago, didn't he, with Robbie Brown? Did you watch it?
I didn't see it, no.
No, did you not watch it? No, Robbie Brown was a lot lighter, but he ended up beating Decker and made him tap. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, whichever rules. If it's organised, even Danny, I'd fight Danny in his Queensbury rules, how he wants it. If he sets the date in the
No, you won't.
tone and it's there, no problem, get it on. But if someone randomly turns up into my area within a day or 2 days notice and starts
Somebody randomly turns up my area, I'm definitely not going to fight him because that's not nice. Please don't turn up my area after I've been talking about your wife. Well, like, Terry, all I did was make some, like, YouTube comments about his wife. Like, his fiance, Terry, like, yeah, I thought it was a YouTube. I didn't think it was real, Terry. I was trying to sell a fight, and then he showed up my area wanting to fight me. Come on, Terry, you know yourself. Sometimes people just don't get the game. Danny Christie is a very smart man. He actually turned up and wanted to fight me, Terry. I couldn't believe it. And I'm not a real fighter, Terry, if you know, like.
that's dictating to me, telling me what rules they have. It don't work like that, mate. Fight my rules.
Yeah, because it does. Because that's one thing that I've noticed. It seems like if you're on social media, or if you're
one thing I've noticed, Brett, is every time you're meant to have a fight, you don't fight.
Following you, like you must have 100 people a fucking day calling you out.
Fucking nightmare, mate. Everyone wants a piece, don't they? You know what I mean? Huh? Everyone wants a piece. Them fucking Q boys.
No, but it is mad. Like everybody, and then obviously, what I love is whenever you post
Brett, advice as a manager right now. If I was Brett's manager, I'd tell him to somehow get out of the fight in the next day or two. Like, just figure it out. Take your licks, start training, and then come back and have a bare knuckle fight with probably Shadow in January on the 3D Fight Club. As a manager, if I was a manager, remember, manager doesn't care how you look. As a friend, I'd say you have 2 weeks, just fucking train. Okay? If you can get your cardio up, you can put on a good show. This fella can box. As a friend, I'd say you have to 110%. As a manager, I'd say get out of the fucking fight. Okay, if he pulled out of this fight, he could still come back by doing a bare knuckle fight in January. So he'll be made a holy show for the next while, but it'll build his name even bigger. Not in a positive light, but if he pulls out in the next day or two, yes, he'd be shitting him. But the only losers in this is me and fucking Dougie Joyce. And as a manager, I tell you, that's what you have to do, man. You are in big trouble on October 4th. Okay, it's not even going to be close. You're going to be punched from pillar to post. Okay, you're coming in against a guy that can box. At least get it onto bare knuckle. Change the rules right now. We do a bare knuckle. You have a much better chance. You can't knock me out with gloves. I don't even think you can knock me out bare knuckle, but you'd have a better chance. So as a manager, I tell you to just cop on, man. Your podcast has failed, by the way, so you have to fight now. I know in your head you thought if this is a viral podcast, I'm going to have so many offers and people will half understand why I didn't fight the Shadow, because I'm too big for him now. Look at my viral podcast. Unfortunately, Terry Stone, I know you tried your best, but this has fallen flat on its fucking face. Boring. All the stories are fucking lies. Like, at least, I'm telling you, at least Danny G put some fucking anger and some venom into his bullshit. Biting a fella's nose off. The biggest bullshit in the internet. But guess what? The Americans, it was sold well. You did not sell one of these stories, Brett. You didn't sell it, man. You had no conviction in the stories. Oh, Brett, this is not good for you. You are in a corner. You have to fight now. You do understand, if this thing went viral, he would have had power. If this thing did millions of views, if he got viral clips, he would have power to pull out. Now he has to fucking fight, man. He's the biggest clown on the internet. Disaster showing here. Complete fabricated bullshit. The only thing real was him getting stabbed up after he melted off as some gangster's wife. That was true. He's laughing, yeah. Nobody would be laughing after getting fucking stabbed up to bits, man. Do you know? It's nothing to be proud of. What did he say? Michael Myers? More like fucking Michael fucking Shears. Bad one.
a video. There was some of you training and stuff with
Yeah.
your sunglasses on.
Yeah,
and
come
that
on.
one just made me laugh because people were going, "Why has he got his sunglasses on?"
Why is that fucking knobhead got fucking sunglasses on?
But
Oh my God. This was the best part of the podcast. I can't repeat it because I can't. Did you see Brett May audition for The Only Way is Essex? Did you just see his audition doing an Essex accent? This is the cringiest thing. He's been planning to do an Essex accent all podcast, and we've just heard it. This is the cringiest shit. Tell me he does more. Does he bottle it? He just did the Essex accent trying to get the Brett paid that fucking job.
Yes, do it, doesn't it, bro? I love it.
but what is the reason for the sunglasses?
Why?
Is
I can't repeat it, but you've all heard it. Holy shit, this is embarrassing. Oh my God, Brett May, go back under a rock. Cancel your YouTube, cancel your Facebook. Go train and try to get on the BKFC. Come back in January, rip the bits and say you want to get on the BKFC. Okay, this is not going to end well for you on October 4th. Fuck me, Brett. Fuck me, this is cringy.
it's just because
It's because it looks cool, bro.
Right, but that's what I mean. But the thing is, some people do social media stuff, to get the interaction or the likes.
Oh, good man, Terry. Terry is finally pulling them up on it. He's telling them what he's doing to get the interaction, get the likes. Nail on the head, Terry. Some people, you mean the fella sitting with you right now, Terry, in front of you. This is the guy. He is an extreme clout chaser. Terry Stone has finally put a bit of pressure on Brett. Let's see where this goes.
But whenever I watch your stuff, I always think you're just fucking having a laugh. Do you know what I mean? You're being you, and then
He's not having a laugh. He's dead serious, Terry. Terry, what is it, Terry? He's a clout chaser or he's just having a laugh? He's deadly serious. A man turning up in your town to give you a straightener is only, and then you refusing is only a laugh, Terry. It's the most disappointing thing a man can do. His aura is at minus 1 million points. The fella's a clown, Terry. Unfortunately, Terry, your aura has, unless you go hard on him here, Terry. I won't go hard on you just yet.
people are going, "Oh, why are you doing it? Why are you doing that?"
Fucking hating on me. Yeah? Hating on me. Haters. Fucking haters all over. Yeah. Nah, I'm just being natural, me, mate.
Right.
I'm just having a laugh, having a buzz, just doing my thing, and if people take it the wrong way.
So for you, obviously moving forward now, whatever fights you've got, I mean, at 35, how long would you reckon you got left before you sort of call it a day?
I want to get all my hardest fights out before I'm 40, so I want to get these big ones out the way.
He hasn't even had a fight yet.
Obviously, a possible talk on the Misfits show with KSI.
Right.
Oh my
That's
God.
the one with Danny, what they were trying to push onto. But obviously, Darren Till's called out Carl Frotchani on.
Right.
Next one. I know Dougie Joy said to me as well this morning he wants to fight Darren Till. He's put it on his Instagram.
Right.
But no, I'd like to fight on the Misfits there. Danny or whoever, Decker main event, we bang on.
So for you, if someone was to say,
I'll fight Darren Till, I'll fight anyone on that.
Brett, looking for the next 5 years, what are the fights for you? Definitely Danny Christie, definitely.
Decker.
Terry, stop asking me about fighting, Terry. I want to be an actor. I want to be pate. Save me, Terry Stone. Stop talking about fighting. I'm a clown. I don't really fight, Terry. Stop talking about fighting. Give me a job as pate. Give me something to save face. Terry, please stop mentioning fighting. I'm not a fighter.
Decker Higgy, and then who else?
Obviously, I like to fight Paul Venice as well when I get them out of the way.
Well, get them out of the way. What? Lose all the fights? When you get knocked out by me, like that's more or less the end of the fucking show. What is the insanity in this podcast?
They are Paul's possibility there.
People, I'm telling you now, if you bought tickets, I swear I'm fighting. Hopefully you're coming to see me, okay? It would have been nice to fight Brett May, but I can tell you hands down, he is not fighting me on October 4th. There's no way he gives away the game. There's no way I'm lucky enough to expose him. He's being exposed, but this is the nail in the coffin. There's no way he's giving away the nail in the coffin. That's the reason he's still going, is because he hasn't been pen on paper exposed. On October 4th, he is going to get nailed in the coffin, exposed. I'm sorry, people. I'm usually positive, but in this situation, if you paid to see me versus Brett May, I hate to break it to you, I just can't see it happening.
So yeah, no, I like to get these big fights out of the way.
I mean, those three are all great fighters. So I think having fights with them, and Darren Till, I mean, you know, he's again, you know, Froch, everyone's saying why would Froch come out and fight Darren Till, because he's a Hall of Famer, and also Froch is 48, and he did say like when he came out of boxing, his nose done.
Jay, he's never been in shape, right? And you know what? Even when you're out of shape, if you actually have been in shape in your life, it's easier to get in shape. He's never been fight fit. I've been fight fit. Right through prison, I got into fight shape. In Thailand, I got into fight shape. I know what it takes to get into fight shape. I feel like I'm coming into fight shape. My last boxing bag yesterday, I could feel, oh, this is killing me. This is torture, but I can last longer because I'm mentally getting stronger every single day. Okay, because I'm putting the work in. Brett May is doing jogs. If Brett May was putting the work in, we would know because he would record it. Do you think he's going to miss an opportunity of him going into the fire? Okay, if Brett May is willing to do training and go into the fire, we're going to know about it. The most training he's done is a jog in his everyday runners. He's not even jogging. We have all been fooled. I swear to you, I am showing up there and I will have to fight some animal. Dougie's probably going to get one of his fucking traveller mates in, a tasty fighter. I'm going to be bust to fucking pieces over this shit, man. I'm not saying I'm being set up. I'm happy that I'm getting a fucking fight, no matter who it is. I want to do this for me, okay? I believe I have a real bare knuckle fight on October 4th, all right? And that is why I'm training hard. Not for Brett May. I could beat Brett May in the morning. I'm training my bollocks off for this future opponent I'm getting. I know I'm getting a bare knuckle fight on October 4th.
And he retired, so, you know, there's not really...
Well, he said he was coming back. He said he'd come back out, didn't he, to do it or something?
Do you know what? For me, I mean, I know Carl, right? And I think if he's offered a load of money, he'll probably do it.
I like his YouTube channel, mate. He's got a good YouTube channel as well. I love him, man. Yeah, he's a legend. I like it when he goes on John Fury and that.
Well, he was gonna be.
Look at him trying to focus off himself. Oh, I like his YouTube channel. Oh, he's funny. I love him. Please stop asking me hard-hitting questions, Terry. All right? Stop talking about fighting, Terry. Move on to my fictitious fake fight stories. I don't like talking about real fight stories because I've never had a real fight. Please, Terry, ask me some more questions about my fake fights, okay?
He was going to be... We was doing a film and he was going to be in the film.
Was he?
But then he couldn't do it because he was doing something else. But yeah,
I think the pressure has been ramped up a little bit on Brett now. Terry is ramping up the pressure. He's very good at what he's doing. He's ramping up the pressure here, and you can hear in Brett's voice that he's going to be exposed here. So let's hope Terry finishes the podcast with a bit of exposure.
I've known Carl probably about 15 years.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen him recently. But you know, I've obviously was a Froch fan.
And Brett, I'm not hating on you today. It doesn't matter. Your failures. This was a failed podcast. I will tell you straight. But it doesn't matter. The reason it's failed is because you have nothing honourable to bring to the table. You're on there as a fucking fighter. You're not a fighter. Okay? He hasn't even talked about your one real fight against Rob Cunningham. And it's a shame. You've done nothing to leave this podcast as, oh, that fella's a hero. Do you know? It's sad. But guess what, Brett? Now's your opportunity. I'm not talking about my fight. At least you're going to show up. All right? So start there by showing up and getting knocked out. Don't come to me to fucking quit again. So all you need to do in this fight is not quit. Okay, go out on your shield and you can build from there. No matter what they say, you turned up and you had a go. I'm a good boxer, Brett. Not everyone's going to know that I'm decent after I do you in. But that is the stepping stone. You now had a fight. You've lost twice. Don't be worrying about losses. Tell everyone you're a bare knuckle fighter. You're training for bare knuckle and just get a fight in, a bare knuckle in the hay bales. And I believe you can win some fights. You can start padding your record now. You fought a decent level opponent. You're not on my level, so you will be allowed fight lesser opponents. This is my advice as a man in the game. You've done a good job, but the Danny Christie last one, you completely fucked up. All right. The second time you bottled the fight was a no-go. It's very hard to come back from. We're trying to sell this fight now, and it's very hard to sell. Okay? I'm being straight with you, Brett. The reason I'm selling tickets because I have super fucking fans that don't give a fuck about... They care that it's me versus you, but they would have bought tickets anyhow. Okay? I do have super good fans that are coming to see me. I don't know what I'm talking about, but Brett, it's a stepping stone. Show up and go out on your shield. You are getting knocked out 100%. You cannot beat me. You don't have it in you. You do not have a knockout power in 10-ounce gloves. You should have done this bare knuckle. If I have any advice, ring Dougie now and say, can we make a bare knuckle? Okay? Telling you straight, I know you're watching. You cannot beat me in a gloved boxing match. I've had thousands of spars in my time. I'd say you could count in your hand how many spars you've had. I've had thousands of boxing spars. I've had over 20 amateur fights as a kid and in college. Okay, Brett? I told you this. I am only coming good now. My technique, everything. I'm like Peter Pan. I'm learning to fly again. By the time this fight happens in 3 weeks' time, I'm going to be 10 times better than any of the boxing bag work you've seen or any of the fake fucking spars I've done. I am an animal, okay? I'm going to come out like Mike Tyson and knock your head off. Forget about waiting for you to gas. I'm coming out full blaze and I'm going to put you away inside 30 seconds. And that's a promise, Brett May.
If I met him...
Yeah, it's tough.
Then,
it's tough.
Yeah,
it's tough. When he fought Groves and everything, his stance, he has his hands down a lot and fights with his face forward. But he's got a chin and a half on him.
Well, I remember that first fight and I was on the edge of my seat and then obviously he pulled out the bag and then there was the rematch. Yeah. And I said to him, I said, you know, what was going through your head on the
Look, there is a rumour that Brett, his bail is up and he's got a court case in September. All right? I'm the one that's why I was pissed off yesterday. I've had a phone call, fax, that I'm not saying what the charge is for. It's a heavy charge. The bail is up. He has court. Okay? And that is the reason he's took the fight. I'm not saying I'm being set up, but it's a bit of a setup when I don't get the fight. Brett made the biggest name on UK social media and I end up fighting and nobody that's a tough fella. Do you know? If anything, the person I'm fighting is going to be put over. You know? And I can't say no. I have to fight whoever Dougie says. I'm hoping he puts in... I want a good fight, to be honest. I won't be annoyed if the fella is good. If I lose the fight, fair enough. But, you know, I'd rather known who I was fighting beforehand. So I will be there October 4th. Whoever Dougie puts in, I don't care if the fella is the best fighter in the world or the worst fighter in the world. I'm going to do it. People have paid good money to see some action. And if Brett pulls out, there's no way I'm doing another boxing fight. We're going to do bare knuckle, blood, guts, glory. Okay? And if I lose, I'll go out with my shield. I promise you. As Decca Heggie said, I may be second best, but I'll be the second best you've ever had. That was a good quote by Brett, or by Decca, and I'm pretty sure he robbed it off someone else.
Match, and he said I underestimated him in the first one. Thought I was going to walk through him, and he said he caught me, right, because I was fucking being silly. But he said on the rematch I was going to do him, and I said, when did you know you was going to do him? He said when he was rehearsing the bus walk or whatever it was. When he was on the bus, and they kept, and he was more on the bus, and they
want war, don't we? That's what I think real men want. 30-40 kilogram lighter than me. If I'm hitting them, I'm breaking them.
Right.
You know what I mean? No matter what.
He says, right, we'll do it on this date, and you've got 3.
If you're like me and I'm like you, we want to see two fucking beasts go at it, toe to toe. Both of them go into trenches, covered head to toe in blood, and we want war, don't we? That's what I think real men want to see. We don't want to see, oh, look at me, look at fucking footwork. Oh. You know what I mean? No, you know what I mean?
And for you...
Yeah, you're right, Brett. We do want to see two men go to war. So why are you talking about war when you have never showed up for a fight in your life against Rob Cunningham? And that wasn't war. That was like your punches. I've slowed it down. You're not even hitting with your knuckles. You're hitting with the palm of your hand. You've never even learned how to box. And that's been straight.
Brett, you know, with your, are you fight ready every day, or do you go into like
Oh my God, finally a good question. Oh, this is going to be nice.
a camp?
Well, to be fair with you, like I say, I'm 130 kilogram now. I'm nowhere near as the fit I want to be now. But if I
Finally, telling a bit of truth, Brett. Thank you.
hit you, I'm knocking you out. Totally honest with you. I have to take a bit of weight off now for my next fight. Get a bit fitter. But no, yeah.
And what I'm
First street fight, I'm ready any day.
but I'm interested in your
But you had a street fight 3 weeks ago. You weren't ready. So what kind of bollocks is this? Do you know what, Brett? I do not mind the lies. I wanted you to sell your next fight. You have not sold your next fight. You've not sold it. Nobody actually gives a fuck, Brett. You talk about, oh, everyone hate me. Nobody even hates you now. That's the problem. This podcast, nobody's going to love you or nobody's going to hate you. It was boring. Okay? Terry tried his best. Fuck it, man. You've ruined our fight, man. Cancel the fight. Ring Dougie now. I'm serious, Brett. Just for your own sake. Actually, like, the second you cancel the fight, it's going to be a weight the world is off your shoulder. Finally, then, quit the drink, quit the drugs, get fit. This is deadly serious. As a manager, get out of this fight straight away, okay? But you must, and I mean must, put your life and soul into actually having a fight in a few months' time. Okay? It's going to be bad on the internet when you pull out, but you can come back from it. But if you take the fight and get knocked out, I still think you can do the exact same as what I'm telling you. So actually, as a manager, I'll backtrack. Maybe you have to take the fight. Because maybe I'm wrong. Maybe if you pull out of this fight, even if you put your heart and soul into it, it's over. I don't know what to tell you, pal. I don't know what to tell you. Just show up October 4th.
Cool thing. So Danny Christie comes out and says, right, we'll do it on this date, and you've got 3 months or 2 months or however long it is.
Anytime.
What would your training camp entail? Would you be doing a lot of cardio?
Thanks, Jake. Definitely my best shape in a good while. But we've exactly 2 weeks training left. 2 weeks left, okay? Every day, just killing it. Mickey's coming on Tuesday. This is it now. I've done hard training week, but I believe I can get into very good shape in the next 2 weeks. Die every day. Like in my training session, I'm going to be slow and I'm going to be heavy, but that's how you become sharp. So I'll do my 2 weeks where I'm just dying every day. I'm not happy. I'm in bad form because I'm putting in the work. And then I take my week rest, and on fight night, I come out quick as a deer and I put Blackmail away easy. Easy work.
Would it be weights? Would it be sparring? What would it be? Or would it be?
Mine would just be pure cardio now because the power and explosion is already there. No matter who I hit, I hurt.
The power and explosion isn't there, man. You need cardio to have the power and explosion, okay? You need to be hitting the bag. I hit hard, but I can feel there's no snap in my punch when I'm not in shape. So you're full of shit, Brett. Absolutely full of shit. You need to be in shape to even throw a good punch. Pal, you are relying on this so-called strength. What happens on the face-off when you try to grab me and I can manhandle you? When you feel my power, I'm much smaller than you, but I know I've got more strength than you. I'm telling you, I could break your wrists in the face-off. If you put your hands on me, I'm going to break your wrists, okay? I've got fucking twice the size of forearms. Forget about your big biceps from juicing. I'm clean. I've never taken a steroid in my life. And I have serious forearms. If this was an MMA match, I would take your neck and snap it. Okay? But the forearms are still good for boxing. Okay? The power you're going to feel. My grip. You're going to feel my power. I'm just going to manhandle you in the face-off. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm just going to throw you around. Maybe flip you. Okay? I've twice the strength of you. You haven't a fucking clue about fighting, Brett May. I have fought people. I have trained with people. Okay? I've done MMA for years. I understand. You have no balance. You're going to be knocked off your feet in this boxing match. Man, this is the pull out of the fight today, Brett. Just get it done.
I mean, it's as simple as that. And I believe someone who's fucking 30, 40 kilogram lighter than me, if I'm hitting them, I'm breaking them.
Right.
You know what I mean? No matter what. So that's why you got weight divisions for a reason.
Yeah.
But this fucking jumped up middleweight wants it, so he can have it.
Who are you talking about? Jumps up middleweight. Who's that?
Danny, innit?
Oh, so is that how much he weighs?
It was. Jumped to, I think, a middleweight BKFC when he won his title, yeah.
So he's a middleweight, but Decker's heavy. You're saying
Decker's
as you.
heavy, yeah. So
right, okay.
If you look on the first fight with...
Because I thought it was when I saw that Danny Christie and Decker fight,
yeah.
I did think...
weight difference.
Did Terry just call Danny Christian? Is that slag or is that a nickname of Danny Christian? Terry just called him Danny Christian.
I did think Decker looks a lot bigger.
Yeah,
but I didn't realise it was heavyweight, middleweight. Fucking hell.
Heavyweight, middleweight, yeah. So Decker, fucking hell, when Decker's pumped up, he's about 18, 19 stone, isn't he? He's not the tallest man in the world, but he's a stocky fella. Danny is a bit shorter than me in height, but he's lean and he's fit with it, isn't he? Yeah. He's shredded. And yeah, it was just beating Decker on the straight shots, but as you could see when Decker was walking through on that fight, prodding, hitting him, he was sending him flying. He put him on the knee twice. He went from one side of the ring to the other. Danny had to go on the knee, get his breath. Fuck. You know what I mean? But don't get me wrong. He got big, sharp knuckles. He split Decker's head. And yeah, don't get me wrong. He's both fucking tough men. I have credit where it's due.
Man, yeah.
But I just personally thought if it was a dog fight, if it was a Danny knocked on his door that day, Decker would have wiped him out that day. Just by sheesh. You could see he was chucking him around, couldn't you, a bit? You know, the power. But if it were pure toe-to-toe and it kept on going in an open space, Danny could have took it. Could have gone either way, couldn't it?
Right.
That's my personal opinion.
And with you know, obviously there's been a few controversies online. What would you say was is there anything that has been online that you've actually like wanted to fucking say, well, actually, this is actually what happened? So, you know, or have you already done that?
Also, like this last one, what's just gone off here now with me and Danny. So when he's basically said, I'll be in Doncaster at this time, he's then put it all over saying he's in a Doncaster hotel, but he won't say where it is. Don't blame him due to the Paul Venice incident last time he said he was in a hotel.
So what happened? Tell us about the Paul Venice incident.
Mate, to be fair, to me it was more fucking fun to make Paul shit himself a bit. So basically what happened is I was supposed to be barred off the BKFC. Everyone said Brett May's barred off the BKFC. I was the first person to fight for the BKFC against Rob Cunningham when they come to UK. And it was MVP versus Platinum Mike Perry who were headlining the show. And when I jumped out the fucking ropes of the ring, I didn't know I wanted. So when I've gone to the fucking changing room, you've got Danny Christie there, you've got Mickey Turrell there, you've got all these here. I thought, who the fuck's this? Next thing you know, they went, don't make it hard for us, mate. Pulled fucking taser on me, please. And back to I said, what? I said, what are you doing? And he says, there's a warrant out for your arrest. So now I've got Andrew Bakewell, all them who own BKFC going, what the fuck's going off? We can't be having this on our show. We've got 13,000 people here. Fucking none of this. None. I says, listen. I says, sorry about this, guys. I said, I didn't even know what I fucking wanted. They went, Brett, let's not make it easy. So I said, put cuffs on. So put cuffs on behind my back here, arrested me. In back changing rooms.
What was that? What they arrested you for? What was that for?
ABH. Like that, yeah. ABH. T-shirts, no T-shirt on. I know very well. I've stayed in there loads of times. Yeah. After a year, 2 years, you know.
Get a job, have a kid.
That's a controversy sells.
Everybody always says to me, oh, you know.
And I know it's hard, but please believe me, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Keep chipping.
We go to the gym.
Yeah.
You just got to go and fucking going. Otherwise,
100%.
One, you don't go, then the next day it's like, actually, I can't be fucking bothered.
100%.
And it's like alcohol, it's like food. I'll just have a burger. I actually have burger and chips. Oh, actually, I have burger, chips and apple pie. Actually, have a banana milkshake. And then before you know it, you're like fucking, you know, sitting like that.
So you just hit the nail on the head there by saying the gym. The hardest thing about the gym is getting there. You know what I mean? Once you're in there, you...
Fuck off, Brett May. Fuck off. Holy shit. That was the worst. Can I get reviews, please, people? Can everyone start giving me reviews in the chat? I want to read all the reviews. I'll give my review first. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I've been training all week. This fella is a clown. An absolute clown. His personality, his charisma died a slow death there. Okay? This fella ain't going to be a global superstar. He's not getting on Misfits. He's getting knocked out on October 4th. The fella is a clown. Anytime I've ever backed him saying, oh, he's good for business, he's good for one fight. The reason he's interested is people want to see him in one fight get knocked out. Okay? what's your reviews, lads? What you think of that shit? Was it bad? Yeah. Here, tell the truth. I need everyone to tell the truth. How bad was it? How bad was it? Come on, tell me the truth. How bad was it? How bad was it? How bad was it? Shut up, retard. How bad was it, lads? I didn't even hear Paul Venice. Lads, I didn't even hear Paul Venice. I'm sorry. Was it bad, lads? Is there any fucking people in there think it was okay? Is there anybody in there think it was okay? Man, I'm gonna knock this fool out. He's getting knocked out. Oh, my stomach. I do have something wrong with my stomach, man. My stomach is like fucking, I don't know what it is. I had those electrolytes that I had in Thailand 2 years ago. Could I have like a worm growing in me? Update, I got my I think it's my, remember I had my leg, I had my arm, I had my neck. So I had 3 injuries so far in this training camp, and now I've actually done my right shoulder. I'm hoping a good sleep tonight can fix it. But yeah, man, I've done my right shoulder, man, as well. Got to warm up better. So I was due to take a break anyway, so I'm taking a break today. I might do a bit of running later, just. But I hurt my right shoulder, my 4th fucking injury in this training camp. But my leg is healed up, and my left arm is healed up, and my neck healed up within 10 minutes. But 3 niggles. I got 3 niggles. All it takes is one fucking... I would give it a 6 out of 10. Nicky Ricketts. That is... Do you know what, Nicky? That's pretty alright. I was thinking like a 4 out of 10. Are my adverts annoying anybody? There's paint on this fucking spoon. I hope the paint doesn't come off my lips. Bit of hummus. So I'll show you the wrap I make, yeah? Get the oven on. So hummus. Coleslaw. Coleslaw. Bollocks! Red onion. Red onion. Red onion. Cheese. So what do you think? Cheese. And I cooked the roast chicken yesterday. Do you want a leg, Mike? Do you want a leg, Mike? Do you want a leg, Mike? I'll give Mike a leg. Give Mike a leg, yeah? There you go. Come on. Come on. Alright, don't swallow that all in one go. give Sky a bit of skin maybe. Chicken. Lads, you seen how I cooked the chicken yesterday? It's fucking great it is. Bit of salt, bit of pepper. And let the oil drip off it, man. If you seen me how I made it yesterday, that's how you make. So, chicken. Gonna put a bit of red. Bit of hot sauce. Wrap it up. Put that in the oven. Alright. Leave that cook for 10 minutes. Put the chicken back in the oven. My stomach is not right, man. I've fucking got problems, man. I'm telling you now, I've got fucking serious worms or something, man. There's something wrong with my fucking stomach. And I'm not happy about it. I think it may be because I'm eating off dirty plates all the time. Gotta stop eating. So I'm not training much today, so I'll watch my diet. You know, I obviously want to be lower down in weight, so I look good at the weigh-ins. Hopefully get off one of the ring girls, but it'll look good for TV if I have a six-pack, and be good for my cardio when I'm down weight, you know. So I had 3 coffees today. That was a bit much. So I'll have this chicken wrap, and then I'll just have a bit of fruit later. And that'll be my daily intake. I'll go out and do a bit of stretching and a slight bit of running today, but this is my break. I need a break. I have a sore shoulder. So look, nobody's giving me any reviews, lads. Are you gay, bro? Why there's no women? Why is there's no women doing this? Doing what? I'm not gay, but there's a lot of gay talk here, yeah? No, Sky will get the full carcass with all the chicken underneath it. Sky, I don't trust the full carcass with Mike because he'll choke on the bones. But Sky can eat carcasses. Who's showing fears? How could I show signs of fears? I'm actually putting the work in, man. That wasn't even that funny. I love your dogs. It's Sky that needs the leg, bro. Oh yeah, I get that. I'm going to get a girlfriend, you fool. I've had a year. I haven't slept with a woman in over a year, man. I haven't been chasing them. I'm just fucking minding my seed, man. Being honest with you. I did a week of not jerking off, and then this morning it got a bit much, but I'm not gonna jerk off now until the fight. I broke today a fucking week. I was angry. That's why I was angry last night. I hadn't jerked off in a fucking week. Alright, is there any more videos posted? So, Brett May, I'm very sorry to tell you, you now have to fight because you're not getting famous off that podcast. It was a disaster. Paul Venice would have been more interesting. So Danny Christie fight we know is bullshit. You definitely should have talked more about Paul Venice. You should have talked more about Paul Venice. That is juicier. You and Paul Venice is the juiciest fight out of all of them. We know Danny only stepped in for his pal Paul. things are heating up when Mickey arrives on Tuesday. I'll be putting into work tomorrow and Monday, but when Mickey arrives, that's it. We've got fucking 10 days to burn out and be ready. And I've done it. I put in the hard work already. I have it. I'm excited. I'm going to knock this fella out, man. None of this shit. He thinks I'm going to be on the back foot for the first 30 seconds. We're going to attack him. He has to survive. So that's the end of Brett May, people. I love the shadow. You filled them all. Wait till you knock out May. Put the Venice fight. The Venice fight would be a big fight, yeah. But I want it bare knuckle. And that's a big money fight. I want 25 grand for that fight. Once I get this fight out of the way and I show how many tickets I sell. Hey, buddy.
Hi, Paul. How are you?
How are you? Are you still alive? You didn't jump off the bed or anything yet, no?
What?
You're still alive. You're in better form now.
I'm still alive. I was watching you last night on your bicycle.
Yeah. Come here. I'm doing a live. I'll do a live. I'll have to. You have to ring me later.
I will, Paul.
All right. Here, look after yourself. Don't go dying on me.
I won't go down on you, Paul.
Are you enjoying my YouTube? Are you excited? Is it helping you?
I'll watch it again after, yeah?
Yeah, keep watching, brother, yeah? Good things are coming. Remember, I'm going to be rich and famous very soon. You don't have to do any hard work. All you have to do is stay sober and just suckle on all my drips. Suckle off the drip, man. Why not? It's free honey. Just suckle on it. You know, suckle on my honey success. Honey drips. I'm not telling you to suckle anything sexually. I'm talking about the fame and the money. Just suckle on it. I know you will, mate. You've nothing else going on, sure. You have to suckle on it. Otherwise, you're really fucked. This is what's keeping you alive. Is this promise of fame and fucking fortune. I'll buy you a little bungalow, pal. But mate, you now, your life is about being sober. Stop having dreams of massive, like I'm doing it for us. One out of everyone is good enough, you know. When one makes it, we all make it. And I already told you from the start I was the man to make it. So just stay alive, no drinking, no doing drugs. You'll be fine. What? Yeah, I know. Look, mate, yeah, it's a big story. It's a big story. You know it. Listen, come here, ring me later there. I'm just on a live here with a few hundred people, right? Right. It's even like a house phone. It's not even. It's the psych ward's number that comes up. It's not allowed to have a mobile phone. He's in much better form though. It's the drink that sends him mad. Like once he came off the drink, he's fine, you know, and he's getting his lyric in there, so he's happy out. Thomas Carty just being seen in a bin lorry. Well, that's what he works at, so it's not really a surprise. Yeah, Jay, I'm not too worried about getting fucking women, man. It'll just drive you mad. I would beat Brett today. How the fuck? I'm fitter than Brett right now, and in fucking 2 weeks I'll be fitter again. The only problem is I have something wrong with my I've got some boxing shorts coming. Yeah, I've got rainbow gay boxing shorts coming. There's something wrong with my fucking pissing as well. I think I have fucking AIDS. I don't know what's wrong with me, man. I probably a urine infection from Dominic. I keep whizzing, I do, man. My stomach is not right. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me, man. I don't need to go to the toilet. It's just sore, man. Cramped up. Like I have a worm inside me. It's quite scary that I have stomach problems, man. Where's the big dog gone? Oh, you're lying randomly in the boxing room. Oh, you're a lovely fella. He's just lying on the floor in the boxing room. Maybe it's a sign for me to go fucking hit the bag. I'm taking a break today. My arms, shoulders sore. I'm so hungry. That's done. Bring a bit of vinegar. Alright, and that's my lunch. That's my dinner. My dinner. Cheese wrap away. Oh, lads. That tastes like Mexico. That tastes Mexican. Oh, now you've come out, Sky. Now you've come over, Sky. Look at Sky sneaking in, look. Smell the grub, Sky, do you? How's the legs? Sneaking over for a bite to eat, are you? Do you want some vinegar? Yeah. I love me dogs. Remember I hit Mike with a golf ball and people said I was evil, man. It was a fucking accident. If I did it twice, fair enough. Once in 3 years, like, and all of a sudden I'm an animal. It's a fucking accident, man. I wasn't thinking straight. And I said I was going to do it before I did it. Like, I said it'd be funny if I hit her now. And then I fucking hit her. And then I posted on Instagram. I was hated for fucking a couple of days. Mike is not stupid now. When I pick up a golf club, Mike stays in the house. He fucking remembers, man. Yeah, I think Sky has a bit more time, yeah. I agree with you. Honestly, lads, it tastes like fucking Mexico. There's a fucking hair in my sandwich, little fucks. Oh no, it's a chicken. Oh, there is a hair, look. Lads. That's you, Mike. You fucking dirty bastard, you. I think I poisoned myself though, by not cleaning my dishes. I had no fairy liquid for fucking a week. Lads, if your stomach goes, the stomach is like another brain, you know that? If your stomach goes, you're fucked, man. If you got issues with your stomach, it's so serious. I already have fucking worms. I'd be surprised if I don't have worms. Mike, there's not much lickage. There's only a bit of vinegar on it. Lick the vinegar if you want. Nah. Haven't had fizzy drinks in about fucking 2 weeks either. Or chocolate or crisps. I'm actually good, like I don't really eat crisps or chocolate or shit. My problem is late night kebabs. But I haven't had a kebab in 2 weeks. And you know what? When you're eating clean and healthy and your own cooking, it's actually nicer than eating the fucking takeaway food. I'm telling you, I wouldn't be interested in a kebab now, man. They're bad for you. You only like them because you've got the badness in you. So you want more badness. When you're eating clean cooked food, I'm going to turn the oven on. Alright, that's my dinner now. I'll have some fruit later and that's that. My stomach is not right, lads, I swear to you. I'm actually worried for my fucking health, damn. Don't tell me I'm planting seeds to pull out of the fight. Oh, the mince is gone. The mince was pretty gone off today, and I had a burger of mince for breakfast, and then I kind of just threw the rest in the pan, like a dirty pan, and I was cooking it to give it to fucking the dogs. And Dominic goes, "Oh, that's lovely, isn't it?" I go, "Do you want it?" I made Dominic a wrap out of the gone off mince, but I had the gone off mince as well. So, but I cooked mine proper. Do you know what I mean? I made burgers and cooked it right through. His was in like a dirty pan. I think the dog was licking the pan before I started cooking up his stuff. Yeah, no. I'm getting better sleeps. It's a coffee thing as well. I'm off the coffee, so I'm sleeping well lately. I'm getting real good sleeps. I'm getting real deep sleeps where I'm starting to actually have my panic attack dreams. I know my panic attack dreams are scary, but that's my way of evolving. I need to have these nightmares to figure out what the fuck is going on in my life. So I'm starting to get my nightmare dreams, waking up with little fucking anxiety attacks. If I quit them is when I get them full on. When I'm clean living, no nicotine, no drink, no drugging, I get the craziest fucking nightmares in the world, but they make me stronger as a person. It's like my dreams train me for the battles that are come, and I have ignored them for years through nicotine, staying out of shape. But the more I get into shape, the more these nightmares come. So I'm not ready to face my fears before the Brett May fight. Maybe I'll have to face my fears in the Brett May fight. I don't think so. I don't think Brett May can bring me to my fears. But after the Brett May fight is definitely when I have to knock the vapes on the head, start eating clean, and finally find out if I'm a true warrior. You know, the warriors are inside. To find out if you're a warrior, you have to defeat inside your mind. I'm not saying I'm the strongest mentally right now, but I definitely have potential to be. What's that, a mouse? I definitely have the potential to be a warrior. You know, I definitely have bigger bollocks than Brett May will ever have. Bareback fighting is one of my favourite art forms. The bare knuckles good, but bareback is just mano, getting down and dirty. What ingredients does Shadow put in a spag ball? I need ideas. Honestly, man, I've always planned to make spag ball like the Italians, like in Goodfellas, like cook it for like 8 hours. You know, I've never done a dinner that has to be like you cook it for 2 days and shit. That's what I want to start getting into, real flavors of dinners. So when I get this fight out of the way, I'm going to start doing proper cooking, live streaming, doing like really hard recipes that taste like fucking restaurant quality. That's what I want to start doing, lads. I want to become a bit of a cook. Was Mikey Ellis bigger than Brett May? Yeah, probably as big as him. Not as tall, but bigger and stronger, yeah. But that wasn't a real fight either. I wasn't in shape. He went easy on me in that fight, to be honest with you. I'm not saying it was a fake fight that I went easy on him. I tried my best, like, but my best wasn't good enough. I hadn't fought in 10 years, like, hadn't trained. Had no technique. Didn't know what I was doing. I had a panic attack. I had no fucking energy. It was awful, but it was a good experience. But that guy that fought Mikey Ellis and me, like, it's two different guys. Like, I would have been a different guy even if I did 2 weeks training for that Mikey Ellis fight. it was just an entertainment fight, you know. Mike went easy on me. He could have knocked me out. I don't think Brett is as tall as people think he is. I think he's maybe 6'1". I think he's only 6'1". Because I met Rob Cunningham in person, and he's not that big either. Rob Cunningham isn't that big, lads. I'm being straight with you. Right, that's the live stream. I might come back on later, lads. We're all getting a bit tired. I need a rest now, I do. So thanks, everybody. Thanks to stream. Thanks to Keith and Chico. And buy those tickets and hit my GoFundMe if you want to support the dream. I'm going to have a rest now. And I might do a bit of training. I feel like training, even though I'm supposed to be on a rest day. I feel like doing a bit of running. I'm going to go out now and get some fresh air with the dogs.